And we're live. Hello, YouTube. Welcome to episode 88, which is very unnatural because I'm doing an even episode because we flipped.
Yeah.
So just unnatural. Ready for episode 88? Let's go ahead and hit the intro and get started.
He who is ashamed of his geekery has forgotten the face of Stan Lee.
You the proud, the geeky.
This is the podcast, Geekery Abides.
Hello and welcome to Geekery Abides, episode number 88. My name is Tad, and with me as always is Peter.
Hello.
1988's a good year.
Is it?
Good year for movies. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Coming to America, Good Morning Vietnam, Crocodile Dundee 2, Big, Die Hard, big one there, Moonstruck, two Bruce Willis movies, Beetlejuice, Willow, Scrooged, Twins. There's like a shitload of fucking movies, man.
I want to throw it out there that it's not
the-
just movies.
The Land Before Time.
Oh, millennial trauma.
The Deadpool, the Dirty Harry fourth one that has Liam Neeson or Jim Carrey, maybe both. It's very, very strange movie. The Land Before Time, Child's Play. Yeah, I knew there was some other horror movies. So, Fatal Attraction.
It has Liam Neeson and Jim Carrey.
It does have both. Okay, I
Yeah.
started to trick my own mind. Yeah,
Johnny Squares is Jim Carrey's character.
Halloween 4, the return of
Hey.
Michael Myers. Yeah.
Let's also not forget the video games are starting to become a thing in 1988.
Yeah.
Mario Brothers 3 is released in Japan. Mario Brothers 2 is in North America. Mega Man 2, Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link, and Ninja Gaiden, the first one.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, Rain Man is also 88. I missed that one. They Live, another fucking classic.
I've still never seen that one.
Really?
Maybe that needs
chew
to-
bubble gum.
Maybe
I'm all out of bubble gum.
maybe that needs to be an episode there, Ted.
Yeah, I mean we don't have any more episodes this year, but
Did you fill yours?
yeah, I think so. I thought we were 100% full now.
What did you fill yours with?
Yeah, Batman the movie.
Batman. All right. I forgot we're doing the Adam West Batman.
Yeah, just Batman the movie. So let's go ahead and dive on into the normal stuff. Of course, on the YouTube side, if you want to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. That is yes, that is the things you must say. Otherwise, you are attacked.
Otherwise, Chuck is going to come and threaten to sue you.
Yeah.
Fucking Chuck.
Oh man. Dude, this one slide just randomly my camera will disappear before I turn to it. All right, so there we go. Next up is emails. If you want to email the show, you can send the emails to peter@geekeryabides.com or tad, T-A-D-D, @geekeryabides.com. That is the way to contact the show. We alternate every other episode. Usually I'm the odds, Peter's the evens, but we did flip the episodes. If you are waiting for Better Call Saul, this is a week later than you expected, but here we are.
So next time is going to be your episode still, right?
Yes, because we just flipped.
Yeah.
Like we just traded spaces essentially,
Right.
type thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I forget. Yes. I know what we've got. So let's jump over to watching, reading, playing. So I'm trying to use that little tag thing. All right. So do you got a lot?
No.
I haven't played a single game, so all I've got is reading and playing, or reading and watching.
Go ahead.
So, reading The Stand at night shift still, so
Okay.
still going on that.
Listening to The Stand, reading Night Shift, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes. And then still watching Modern Family. I'm in the 8th season now. Watching House of the Dragon season 3. I caught up. I think I only watched it yesterday, the day before, or something like that. So because they air on Sunday, so I was damn near a week behind. And then for my movie last week, I watched Raising Arizona.
First time?
Coen Brothers. Yeah.
Oh, Okay.
I had seen references and stuff, but I've never actually watched the damn
I have
movie,
no
so.
idea what the fuck that movie's about.
I knew-
I've heard that name for decades. No, I couldn't tell you a single thing about it except that Nick Cage is in it.
Nick Cage, I was gonna say, as long
That
as
is the only thing I know about that movie.
yeah. I knew I had some. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting movie. It's pretty much the Coen Brothers coming out party in a lot.
Oh,
of
is
ways,
it?
so
Okay.
It's kind of the one that put them on the map. So yeah, that's all I got. What about you?
So playing is the same. I'm grinding The Last of Us Part 2, trying to get some achievements. I
Make sure Abby dies a few times.
don't have to play as her for this, for the achievements that I'm getting. They have a so you know how like The Last of Us has like encounters, like you go from
Yeah.
one encounter to another. What they did in the second game is they have a mode called No Return, where it's basically like you load in, pick which character, pick your difficulty. You can mess with the settings and stuff like
Oh,
that
yeah.
and everything. And then basically it's like one encounter, back to the safe house, next encounter, and you get rewards and you build gear, and then at the end you face a boss. There's
Yeah.
bloaters, there's a couple scars like elites and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's another faction that's introduced later in the game. Their boss is there, and there's a couple different infected, so stuff like that.
Yeah.
So bunch of the challenges are a bunch of the achievements are tied to doing challenges inside that mode. So it's not replaying the game over and over again like I was doing, because I played it through twice straight, the campaign.
Yeah.
First time to play the story, the second time I did the collectibles. So basically what I'm going to have is when I finish grinding, probably tomorrow, I should be able to finish the no return section. Basically what I'm going to have left is I have to beat the game with a permadeath setting on, which is
Start back
if
from
you-
the beginning.
if you die, you can set it to go back to the start of the chapter.
Oh, okay.
There's chapter, there's another one in between, and then there's the entire game, which is just,
Yeah.
if you play on that level, there's some degree of insanity in your brain. If you play with like, I have to play the entire game without dying.
Yeah.
And then the one achievement that's probably gonna keep me from ever 100%ing it is I have to play on grounded difficulty and play the entire game on grounded difficulty. I don't know if I can ever do that because it doesn't allow any modifiers and it doesn't allow certain settings to be on. It will like go in and like be like, okay, if you're playing on grounded, we're gonna toggle these settings and lock them so you can't fuck with it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know if I hate myself that much.
Yeah.
So that might be where I stop. I'm still playing 7 Days to Die with my wife, and then I told you about this game. I got Mecha Chameleon. It's the hot rage right now for gamers.
Yeah.
Where you camouflage yourself, your little guy, and then someone's hunting. It's just a fun little game to play.
Yeah.
Reading.
Also, I should point out too, because I guess there's people who might watch in the future that if you're not watching live, there's only been a week since our last episode.
Yes.
So that is why both of our stuff is light, because
Fairly light,
it's
yeah.
been 7 days since our last recording. So
Yes. And then reading, I'm still. I finished it for our other show's hangout
oh,
yesterday.
yeah, I guess I finished
You
that.
finished it
Yeah.
beforehand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Because we were initially
I finished it because I had to start the stand. It was
you
just-
had to get to the stand, yeah. And then I'm still listening to The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich, which is a massive book, but I also
Yeah.
paused it to go finish it. And then for watching, I have not watched anything except Better Call Saul, and then my wife and I watched one episode of Squid Games. I watched the first season,
Yeah.
and what happened is that my wife was doing something on the TV, so I was watching it on my computer, which is right next to the TV, my desk is, so she could kind of see my monitor. And then what she was watching ended, and she's like, can you throw that on the TV? I'm like, do you want me to restart it? She's like, how many episodes are you in? I'm like, 3. She's like, nah. And so we watched the rest of season 1 together.
Yeah.
But that was when season 1 was 3 months old, and now there's 3 seasons, so we're that's our show. We're gonna watch that.
yeah.
I am sad to report my wife will not be joining us, and she has stopped watching Rebels.
What?
She got bogged down. She's just not in the mood. Is it? So
Where's the wench?
Shame.
I'll be sure to
Shame.
show her this when we get home. She hasn't seen Better Call Saul, so she's not joining us. So
I mean, but Rebels though.
Rebels, yes. I don't know. I've suggested it a couple times, but
Interesting.
it hasn't
All right.
Which is rough because she just finished Twilight of the Apprentice and then watched a couple episodes of the new season, and that's where she gets bogged down. It's like, you're about to get to really good stuff. Like, Thrawn was just introduced. Like, don't stop.
Yeah, indeed. Well, just keep on her.
I'm gonna keep suggesting it.
Yeah. All right, so let's jump on over to the main topic.
It's gonna be so much fun to finally talk about this. I gotta say, this is probably the season I enjoyed to watch the most so far.
And like, this is like, I mean, I think the whole show's good,
Mhm.
but there's just like, this is, I feel like it jumps to the next level in season 3. Like, it just,
Yeah,
this season is
and it's
just
6 seasons total, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. So, you kind of, joked when you first got here. It's like, God, I wish you were doing Geekery Bites first.
Yeah. I really am excited to talk about Better Call Saul. There's a lot of stuff in this season to unpack.
Yeah.
Before we dive in, I
Yeah.
do have a general topic
Okay.
before the season. I realized this during episode 7, 8, and 9, right around there. I watched episode 10 this morning.
Okay.
I purposely left it for this morning so that it is super fresh in my mind and everything. But I realized this.
Still smoldering.
I get what you. I see what you did there. But the thing with the show is the when will he turn question. We know that Jimmy becomes Saul Goodman. I think how much I like the show, like long term, will be based on how well that is done. I have faith in
Gilligan and Peter Gould.
But I'm worried that they're dragging it out too long. That's the one thing that we had the hint in season 1, and now it's season 3, and Jimmy hasn't been associated with any side of that story at all. Like, you could say that he's involved with Mike, but everything that's been Mike and Jimmy has not been connected to them ever. So it's just like, I think that's what's going to be like the determining factor. And
it's
you
funny because
obviously
it was like the finale of season 1 when he's just like, he has like the ring on and he like starts listening to like Smoke on the Water, and like you almost got the sense like at the end of the first season that he was now going to be Saul. And like, there's been a few times they've given you like some like illusions, but it's not, it's not full on there yet.
And then like even like the flash forwards and everything like that, you get like the hints, like he breaks out his old tapes and then like telling the kid in this season, hey, don't say anything without a lawyer. And all that stuff. And it's just like it gets to the point where it's just like I'm a little worried because I was like 6 seasons.
Yeah.
We have no allusion to it whatsoever in season 3. Spoiler. I mean, we're going to talk about it, but there's nothing in season 3. Nothing connects him to to Breaking Bad. So it's
a
like
little bit. Huel shows up. Huel Babineau, sir.
Huel Babineau.
Yeah, and Chicanery.
Oh, the black guy?
Yeah.
The big guy?
Yeah. So he it's funny because he dropped a bunch of weight in real life. So he's like way skinnier here than he was in like Better Call Saul or in Breaking Bad. But I'm like, but since Breaking Bad takes place after, it means he gets really fucking fat later.
Yeah, he just gains weight. He just gets bigger. Yeah. That's how it works.
All right. So so I guess maybe that's even part of my first thing was overall thoughts before we dive in granularly.
Like again,
you already kind of said to an
I'm
extent,
really enjoying the show. I am enjoying a lot of the performances. I fucking hate Chuck. That will never change. It actually becomes concrete and solidified for time and all eternity here in this season.
Yeah,
with something that happens. But I will say that that is my one concern is when, how does it happen? How long do I have to wait? Am I going to get a season of him being Saul Goodman, or is it literally going to be the last scene he turns into Saul Goodman? That's kind of like the question I realized that I've never thought about through the first 2
and that's
seasons.
what we were thinking as we were going through live watching the show, right? It's
Yeah.
like we didn't know. We are just like, what's the
Better Call Saul?
Yeah, what's the layout here?
Where are
I mean,
we
you
gonna get
know
Saul?
how many seasons, which is more than we all knew.
Yeah,
right?
you didn't know
as
how
we were
long it was
watching.
going to run.
Yeah, we didn't know until I think when they announced the 6th season, it would be the final season. It's like, oh shit, cool, it's 6 seasons then.
Yeah.
But, yeah, 100%. So, just again, this is just general before we go in deep. Character updates. Checking in with everyone. Jimmy, what are you feeling now with like other side, like this is just overview type thing. Like we've done this with the other with season 2. With season 1 you wouldn't have really known them, but with season 2 I want to make this a recurring thing where we kind of go through and check in on like the majors. So
yeah,
Jimmy.
so basically Jimmy screwed the pooch by admitting to his brother the recording. That's the big thing.
I guess like how do you feel about him? Like
Yeah.
what's your like overall like thoughts, concerns, like
That's my
Okay.
concern is like what's going to happen with him.
Okay.
I still like Jimmy. I think that he's been handed a shit hand and a shit brother, and it's really hard to overcome when someone's holding your head underwater.
Yeah.
That's as much as I want to wait to talk about Chuck, but that's how I view him, is like, oh yeah, you're always going to be this. You're always a piece of shit. It's like, well, yeah, it's kind of hard for him not to be when you're holding him down.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is like, and
Yeah.
everything. So,
All
next
right,
one,
Mike.
very intrigued.
Mike's starting to kind of work towards what we knew him as, because
Yes.
it's funny when he first showed up in the first season, I was like, what deep undercover is he doing here? Like I
Yeah.
just assumed like he was already Mike from Breaking Bad, and it's just like, no, he wasn't, and we just slowly seen him kind of like progressing into this life, and like
It's kind of interesting because it's like a duality, right? We have Jimmy becoming Better Call Saul,
becoming
Saul
Saul.
Goodman.
Yeah,
and then we have Mike becoming
Mike.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, I wasn't expecting the Mike bit to be as important to me,
Yeah.
but I thoroughly enjoyed it. But
I assume you like Mike.
I love Mike.
Yeah.
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 I will say it was kind of interesting that I found the last little bit of the season, Mike looked absent.
Yeah, he fell off a couple times in this show.
Yeah.
Like season 5 or episode 5. I'm sorry. He's like, there's almost. I want to say we have. I think of a trivia bit for it, but I think episode 5. I'm sorry, I keep wanting to say season. Episode 5, I believe, is the only episode in Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad that has no criminals in it, because it's the hearing. So it's like you don't see Mike, you don't see Gus, you don't. It's like, and I think
Jimmy's a criminal.
I think even as you carry that,
Jimmy's a criminal. He pleads guilty. He is found guilty. That is a criminal by definition. And also, I hate to break it to you, Tat. I hate to break it to you. Saul Goodman is a criminal. He is part of this empire. He has to go into hiding
Well, he's not
so
there-
that he's not arrested.
not there yet. But I'm just saying, that one episode
Yeah.
is so like self-contained.
None of the cartel
that
people.
you pretty much, and again, even when you go through Breaking Bad, there's not going to be a single episode that you're not going to have a criminal in somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's like the one shining beacon of like,
they're both shows about criminals. So
exactly. So what about Kim?
I love Kim.
Yeah,
She might be my favorite character.
she's so good, dude.
Well, it's her or Francesca. I love Francesca.
Really, that surprises me.
What? Why wouldn't you?
I
She's
don't know.
so helpful. She's so nice
Yeah,
and everything.
but Kim, are you you got any concern for Kim?
Of course, I have concern for Kim. She is.
Because she doesn't exist in Breaking Bad, so
There's always that concern when you have a character in a prequel that doesn't exist in the
yeah.
the main story and everything like that. You see Qui-Gon Jinn and you're like, I don't remember him from episode 4, 5, or 6.
Then the soundtrack comes out a month before the
Yeah,
movie.
the
You're
death
like,
of Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon's noble end. It's like,
Noble
I guess,
end, yeah, that's what it
guess
is.
he's not good.
Yeah.
So I just remember like real time as it was going, everyone fell in love with Kim. Everyone
yeah.
fucking adored her. And dude, the biggest thing is everyone's just like, he better not fuck her. Is he going to get her killed? Is he going to get her and everyone's just worried like Jimmy's going to fucking ruin her.
Yeah.
Because we know who Saul Goodman is, what
He's a
will
criminal.
be, and it's like so everyone was just like, please protect Kim. Like
Yeah.
just throughout the whole show as it progressed, and it was just like, so I was just
Kim's
very-
the puppy. Don't kick her.
yeah, it's just like you better
Yeah.
not hurt her, man.
There's always that puppy character in shows that you're just like, nope. You
Yeah,
don't fucking touch her.
yeah. What about Nacho? Nacho Varga.
Again, not in Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
So worried.
yeah,
And things that happened last season made me wonder what. And he's also doing stupid shit. Let's be perfectly honest, doing these side hustles and shit like
Yeah.
that. And then probably the stupidest thing in either of the shows. He used his own car to stake out someone's house.
yeah.
Like, how fucking stupid are you?
With blood in the back.
Yes.
So,
Like, that's so fucking stupid.
but do you like Nacho?
I do like Nacho.
Okay, because you sometimes you're very white hattish, so that I wasn't sure like. In
No,
general,
I like
because like you hated Saul.
I like Jesse from the start.
That's true. That's
I
true.
love Jesse from the start. And honestly, one that I don't know if I've ever told you this, I like Gus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely get there because I mean we alluded to it at the tail end of the last episode. There was all the hints.
Yeah.
Fring is back is the first initial of all the episodes
Yep.
or whatever it was. I don't remember there was clues dug in there. So
Yeah.
okay. So finishing it off with to Chuck. Oh.
Go to hell, Powers.
I hope he dies.
I hope you die.
Ow, I hope you die.
We'll get there. So what about Howard?
I flip-flopped on Howard. I've had issues with...
You loathed him in season 1, but
yeah, because he's portrayed as an absolute asshole, and then you find out that he's not. That Chuck's behind all of it.
He was
Fuck
kind
Chuck.
of he was kind of the puppet.
But then he's also done some stuff in season 2, and then in this one where it's season 3, where it's just like, man, fuck you, Chuck.
Yeah.
But also there's stuff happening to Chuck that I feel bad for him. So
you mean Howard?
Howard, sorry, yeah. Fuck Chuck.
Which was a subreddit during the course of this show.
Fuck Chuck. Chuck is a piece of shit. I'm sorry. He's on my list. I'm telling you right now, he's
like
on my list.
Grandpa Joe level.
Like no, like
Grandpa
Miss Carmody level.
Oh, really?
Like fuck Chuck, dude. I don't think you understand how much I hate Chuck.
Yeah.
I loathe him. He comes up in a scene and I'm just like
it's like biting tinfoil.
And I did record a video for you in for episode 5.
Yeah.
That you told me to, and
yeah. But Howard overall
is
kind of,
I would say it's 70-30. I like him 70% of the time, 30% of the time I'm like, what the fuck, Howard?
Yeah.
Like I kind of expect better from him, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so let's jump on in then. So episode 1 is titled Mabel.
Yeah.
So cold open, black and white. You're probably starting to see the pattern. We're starting each season with the future.
Flash forward.
Gene working at Omaha Cinnabon, watching a shoplifter get caught by mall security. Goes into the photo booth. And he narcs on the kid.
Yeah.
But then he just can't help himself.
Couldn't stop himself from giving law advice.
Shut up! Don't say anything. Get a lawyer. So that's, and then goes and blacks out, passes out.
Yeah, that's my note here. Is why did he collapse? We don't know.
Just, I mean, stress. He's exposing himself. Remember last season he sat in there for 4 or 5 hours in that fucking garbage thing because he wouldn't push the thing with the alarms.
Yeah,
he's now face to face with Omaha PD. So anything he does not want to raise any suspicion.
Nope.
He just kind of did not massive suspicion, but he made himself visible to the police.
And the thing is that if you look at it, if it goes to trial, he could be called before
as a
the
witness.
court.
100. I remember thinking all that as this was happening. I was like, that
is not a good spot to be in because they could come and find him. So
yeah. But then they question him. So it's like, how much do you make yourself suspicious by not saying anything?
Yeah.
It's a no-win scenario in a lot of ways. That moment for him, it's just like, what do you do? Like,
yeah, if you're like, I don't know, I was reading my book, I didn't see anything, and they'd be like,
yeah, yeah, 100%. Because then if the kid, once they find him, he's like, oh yeah, I locked eyes with that dude. Like it's a no-win scenario. So
yeah.
Yeah, so that jumps out of the flash forward. Picking up with season 2 finale, Jimmy's helping Chuck strip the foil off the walls the morning after the confession.
Yeah.
And they reminisce about the Mabel book.
Yeah.
And we kind of get a momentary, I always think of it like going through the water. There's the momentary getting above water a little bit. And like Chuck is suddenly acting human.
Yeah.
To Jimmy.
My note that I wrote down is the audacity of Chuck to act like nothing is going on with Jimmy after recording him. Never mind, he just showed his true colors. Because he was a prick to Jimmy again at the end of that scene.
Yeah, he's like, it doesn't change it or whatever. I can't remember what he said because Jimmy tries to like extend it further. I don't remember what the line was, but he tried to go even further with reminiscing to like whatever because he
then Chuck just shut him down. He's like, nope.
Yeah, which I could just picture you watching that, just seething. Oh man. Yeah. What do you think of the moment though there with the talking about the child's book? Like,
it's good.
Kind of interesting insight into like, because that's the thing is like there are times like you could see like caring from Chuck, right? Like we've seen it here and there, right? And so you get glimpses of it every so often. So so Chuck then plays Jimmy's tape to Howard, who says it's kind of legally worthless. There's not a whole lot you could do. There's chain of custody. There's Howard seeing it from that perspective of
Yeah,
lawyer.
it's innocent until proven guilty. This isn't a 100% videotape caught him in the act kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he has a tape, and I believe it's a one-party consent state, so like
It is.
they could
I looked
use
it up. I looked it up. It is.
They could use it in court, but it's a matter of like chain of custody. Like there is legitimate things of like
The first thing I thought of with that in that scene with Howard and everything is Jimmy could just be like, I was just telling him what he wanted to hear so he'd stop acting crazy.
yeah,
I didn't actually do it.
yeah,
That's just my that's my brother. I'm worried about him. I just told him what he wanted to hear.
yeah,
I didn't think that he would go to this extent, but I didn't actually do it.
yeah,
There's no proof that I did.
yeah. And and then also when Jimmy goes to call Howard to ease his mind that Chuck's not retiring, that's
Yeah.
when Chuck goes and stops it, takes the batteries out, whatever it is he
Yeah.
does and stuff. So Mike drives home. We left off with Mike.
Not home.
Not home, but
Not home.
Mike
Leaves.
we saw, well, actually we pick up with him back out in the desert still.
Yes.
Gets the note,
He is hauling ass.
back
He gets to us like a
junkyard.
even before that, like he stops and looks around to see if he could find like something attached to his car.
Oh yeah, he looks for
And
the
everything.
easy like
what you picture is like a
what we saw in Breaking Bad, which is in the future, so we can't really lock onto that. But in Breaking Bad, they had like the GPS things that were just like magnetic, and they would just put it in like the wheel well or whatever. And so
which is what he's like looking for.
You
and
see him
everything
going
like that.
looking for that kind of stuff.
That doesn't work, so he goes to a junkyard and tears his car apart. And the notes that I have here is that I forgot what Mike was about to do, the horn and everything, like the sniper shot that he was about to take on Hector, right?
Hector, yeah.
Yeah, didn't do it. Mike is convinced they're tracking him somehow, and he was right. Smart to put it back. Hopefully no one is watching him.
Yeah. No, 100%.
That's when he gets home.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, then he starts like just tearing everything
because that's
apart.
his other car. He says like you can keep it. and
That was a
everything like that.
throwaway. Yeah, that wasn't his like classic.
But when he gets home, it's a Lincoln. He
Yeah.
opens up the thing. He pops it
or
out.
LeBaron is I
Yeah.
think yeah.
He sees it and then puts it back and then goes out and puts it back in the gas tank.
Yeah, because he
So
finally
he's like-
finds it. That's like the coup de grace of like the montage is he
Yeah.
finally figures out what it is right after he's in there calling a cab. The guy's from Yellowstone too. Did you notice that?
Yeah,
The-
it's the old Wrangler, the old hand guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. So he takes everything apart. It's a cool montage. Finally finds it in a gas cap, which is genius.
Yeah.
What is the least? That literally would be the last thing anyone would think of until
Yeah.
the show came out. But now that'd probably be the first place I would check. But yeah, it's just like you don't think about a gas cap. It's
No.
just so. I don't know.
But it is exposed where anyone can get to it. Back in those older cars, nowadays not nowadays. A little bit ago, they had like locks on them and stuff like that.
Mine will only pop. Mine, you have to literally pop it like the hood. I have to push a button on the
Oh,
inside of
really?
my thing to open my
mine's
gas
a
thing.
mine's a press open. It's not a
No,
not a pull.
Yeah, that's the way my last one was.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Toyota that I've got now, like literally, I have to push a button. Like there's nothing. The first time I was like, why won't this fucking thing open? And I went and found there's a button inside, and you have to
push it to open it so
pop it.
people
So
can't
it's-
mess with your
it's
gas
kind of
tank.
like locking
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So, So Jimmy and Kim settle into their new office, riding high on the Mesa Verde victory,
Acquisition,
essentially,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then Jimmy's got his commercial. So,
Yep. Got the Air Force captain being mad at him.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Captain Bauer comes in.
Mhm.
That was kind of, I don't know. That made sense to me that was going to come out at some point, right? Like when the whole Fifi thing was happening in the last season, I was just like, you can't get away with this. Like once you figured out it was a commercial, it's like, this is going to come back on you, dude.
Right.
Like you spun this whole thing.
But I think that Jimmy kind of played it exactly like what he was saying to the captain. He's like, no one was hurt.
Yeah.
If anyone's going to get in trouble, it's going to be you.
Yeah.
You let me on the base. You know, we did it with your permission.
Yeah.
And he's going to be like, no, you didn't. He's like, they don't know that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, and I understand the Air Force captain's anger. Stolen valor is a real thing, and the military people do get really upset with it,
Yeah.
which is what this is. This is someone pretending to be a soldier who wasn't one
Yeah.
and made him a fool. Basically, that's what
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
He's embarrassed and he's mad. I was honestly expecting this to be something with the season. Never comes back up.
No, but he
So-
gives that last remark like one of these days it's going to come back on you type
Yeah.
thing. Like, and that's kind of the thing where you look at it and go, you don't have to be even if you're watching this for the first time, like seeing the Gene flash forwards, like even if you've never watched, because there actually are people out there that watch only this show and they watch Breaking Bad after, and it's like, but still, even with that, you got to understand like something blows up here, something goes wrong, because working in a Cinnabon in Omaha, that's like, you don't know why, but something went wrong. So that's kind of a cool moment there. And then Mike sets up in the desert, waits for whoever to come service the dead tracker. Because I mean, Mike is just a fucking genius, man. Mike being Mike is some of my favorite stuff in the show and in Breaking Bad.
Just seeing how smart he is.
The carbon paper under his floor mat last season, and then this year, once he figures it out, he finds out exactly what it is. He goes and kills the battery by plugging his fucking little radio into it.
Doesn't just smash it.
No, he's like, I just need to kill the battery. So he artificially kills the battery, puts his own tracker. Did you follow the mechanics of what he was doing there? So he puts his own tracker into his car to where they think they're picking it up to swap the battery on their tracker.
Right.
But now he's just able to track that.
It was brilliant because I know we're jumping ahead a little bit because that's not. Is that the end of this episode?
Yeah, we're getting to the end of this episode. Yeah.
I had a couple of notes from previous scenes.
Okay, go on.
Paige wasn't wrong about Chuck always blaming someone else. She's talking to Kim about it.
Yeah.
I mean, she is because it wasn't Chuck's fault, but he is that kind of person. He does have that ego to him.
And ego.
Yeah, like I would never make that kind of a mistake. You know that you're human, right, Chuck?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then Chuck tells Ernesto that he is still that he works for them,
and that was my next thing.
And he would instantly have him fired if he doesn't, and making shit up about confidentiality. That's not true. There's no fucking confidentiality that says that you can't go tell Jimmy what Chuck did.
Yeah,
that has nothing to do with HHM.
Did that make you angry? Just that, or did you look it up and figure out or whatever? Or did you just kind of know implicitly what he's telling Ernesto wasn't true?
He honestly might be telling him the truth and that there is a confidentiality clause with HHM and everything like
in
that.
their contract.
But this is not anything to do with a case.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with a case involving HHM.
Yeah.
Versus whoever, or representing whoever, Peter versus Tad. This isn't that.
Yeah.
This is Chuck versus his brother. Yeah. There is no confidentiality.
Did you suspect this then at all?
That
because he's baiting the hook here, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
But do you suspect that with the with the Ernie thing?
I did have a note that I was honestly surprised.
Also, we got to call him Ernie. If you call him Ernesto, that puts you on Chuck's side.
That's true. Ernie. I was kind of surprised that he didn't just fire Ernie outright after backing Jimmy's play in the last season and everything.
Yeah.
Now I get why.
Yeah.
That was my note. Is Chuck's making up shit about confidentiality to keep Ernie from telling. Now I understand why he didn't fire him, is so that he can have him be the one that runs and tells Jimmy.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
He is crafty, that Chuck.
And then my last note here, man, Mike might be one of the smartest characters ever to exist. To think about swapping out the trackers, but not just removing his tracker, but then figuring out how to drain the battery from it. It was my note, and you already kind of mentioned that.
Yeah, so draining the battery. We also see at one point him at work, and then he drops the tracker out of his car and just puts it on whatever. Yeah. And that's very echoing of Breaking Bad, because Gus knows that Hank put the thing on his car. Mm-hmm. And so there's a point when he needs to go somewhere, so he just takes it off and puts it in the garbage at Los Pollos. So there's some echoes to Breaking Bad.
He just puts it up on the pillar and stuff like that, then just goes and does his errands that he needs to do, then comes back and puts it back.
Yeah, 100%. So that's very echoey of even though it's in the future in the universe, but for Breaking Bad fans,
Gus learned it by watching Mike.
Yeah, exactly. So some trivia. Jimmy's elderly female client when listing flowers includes Lily of the Valley, which is the plant that Walt uses to poison Brock in the tail end of Breaking Bad.
The kid?
Yeah. Poisons a kid. Lily of the Valley is the plant that he uses there. So that's cool that she mentioned that. Adventures of Mabel is a book that Vince Gilligan's mother, Gail Gilligan, actually read to him and his brother Patrick when they were growing up as children.
Okay.
Gail is now retired, but worked as a reading teacher and loves that book. So that's actually a real tie-in there.
Nice.
And then on the Better Call Saul Insider podcast, Vince Gilligan confesses that he did not really have a lot of fun directing, because he directed this and the next episode. And he basically said he did not have any fun in directing 2 episodes back-to-back anymore. He says it's very, very hard directing 2 episodes back-to-back. The last time I did it was season 4 of Breaking Bad. He directed End Times and Face Off, right about the time we were talking about just there with the Brock stuff.
Yeah.
He says, but I was 10% younger back then. Yeah. And he's and 10% makes a great difference. However, I am very proud of these 2 episodes. So, so that's just my couple trivia notes there. So then jumping to episode 2, Witness.
Got some guy playing cards with Chuck.
Yeah. So, waiting in a dark house. We have this guy he's playing cards with. Chuck turns down the lanterns, is watching the windows.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts there? Just
I have no idea what Chuck's doing here.
yeah.
Like who this guy is and stuff like that. Honestly, I was a little worried that Chuck was going to go schemy, and this guy was here to beat the shit out of Jimmy.
Oh, okay.
Because that was the trap, right? Ernie's going to go tell Jimmy. Jimmy's going to come over. I honestly believe that this guy was there to beat the shit out of Jimmy.
Yeah. No, I may have even thought the same thing. It's hard to remember now because this is over 10 years or so ago now. But yeah. Then Mike watches the two men handing his tracker to a courier and then follows the courier overnight as he hits dead drops all over Albuquerque.
Dude, he's got to be tired after going around all night.
And we've seen him do this even in this show where, with like watching his daughter-in-law's house and then he goes and does his job. It's like, this man's like superhuman when it comes to
a fucking robot.
Not sleeping.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the dead drops, which is another kind of seemingly callback to Breaking Bad, because there's the point when he takes Jesse on dead drops and they're just driving around the fucking all over the thither and yon, just doing all the dead drops everywhere. So it's kind of a cool little callback there. And then at dawn, the courier carries a knapsack into a restaurant and the tracker goes stationary.
My note says in all caps, "It's chicken place, Gus, right?"
Los Pollos Hermanos. Yeah, and like, I mean, again, there's so many hints and stuff. And also, you didn't see the marketing, but the marketing was like fully embracing, like, because they were seen filming. They had like the Los Pollos Hermanos, like they built the rest. Like it's a real restaurant. They just put the signage up and stuff. So it's like, no way anyone on the fucking internet didn't expose. So they just fully embrace, like, yes, Gus is back type thing. But like for you that didn't see all the marketing and wasn't there for the like real time internet, like. I was
like, where's this going? And then I saw him pulling, and I was like, hey, it's chicken!
Chicken man. Oh, man. So, yeah, that's big moment for sure. Because, again, even for those of us that kind of saw it all happening and guessed it from the last season with the anagram shit and whatever, there's still part of it where it's like, oh, my fucking God, here we go. Los Pollos Hermanos. And then on top of it, like, because a lot of us that watched it a real time, we all suspected that the don't was Gus, right?
Yeah.
It just felt like something Gus would do. So then we get to Francesca's interview at Wexler and McGill. Jimmy hires her on the spot over Kim's objections because he has a commercial airing and needs the phones answered, but he likes her. Also, fun little trivia note here. So MVD is what they call it in Albuquerque, in New Mexico.
DMV, they talk
not
about
DMV,
it,
but all through Breaking Bad, they always say DMV. So this whole line here, I'll never call it anything but the DMV. Like, that's like their way of just like,
kind of we know, we get it.
Well, I don't know if they knew back when they did it in Breaking Bad.
No, but this probably was pointed out during
multiple times.
Yeah. So this is their way of being like, fix.
Retcon, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So good stuff. The funny thing to me, I've never looked up though, is what does Illinois call it? Because if he's from like Cicero, like I hope they call it the DMV in Illinois. Because it's really not that universal, as they say in this scene. They make it sound like it's like DMV in every state but New Mexico. It's really not that way. It's only like, it's really divided in the country of who calls it what. So,
Illinois has driver services.
So not even
the driver services department.
Driver services department, DSB,
DSD
or DSD. Interesting. So yeah, Francesca's first call is some grumpy fella.
Okay, I typed in Illinois D, and it comes up Illinois DMV.
Oh, okay.
That is the autocomplete is Illinois DMV.
Okay.
The official website for Illinois Secretary of State. What the fuck? Illinois, you're weird. You know that?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Francesca's first call.
How great is Jimmy just to be like, make it personable. And then as soon as she makes it personable, the call turns.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But also Mike is one of her earliest calls too, is good old Mike.
Yes, good
Mr.
old Mike. Asking for help.
Yeah, and so that's definitely interesting. So Jimmy meets Mike, who sends him into Los Pollos Hermanos to observe the courier.
Yeah,
needs to know, like, because the problem is Mike's on too many radars he doesn't know who knows. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, especially after that note.
after the
don't.
note, yeah, it's like you're
Is this the person who's tracking me that left me the note? Is this someone else? I
Yeah.
got a strong suspicion that it's them. How else would they know where his car is?
yeah,
For the don't,
Yeah.
right? Exactly.
yeah, yeah. So Jimmy goes in to Los Pollos Hermanos. Quite a scene. This is a good callback to Breaking Bad because Walt's first scene, Gus is just doing his thing.
Yep.
And Walt's none the wiser that that's the one he's fucking looking for. Same thing here. And like the way they shot this dude,
Yeah.
like there's times in the background you just see the yellow shirt, but it's
Yeah.
like shot in a way where you can't, like, but it's like,
it's blurry. You can't
it's
see
blurry
him and stuff
enough.
like that.
yeah.
I did have a note here. Jimmy makes a face when he drinks his coffee. Did you catch that he put salt in it?
Oh no, I just thought he put so much fucking sugar in
No,
there.
he's not looking. And so he
Oh.
reaches down and he grabs and he's just like shakes it. And I'm like, I didn't like pause and like enhance and like really look at it. I'm like, did he just fucking put salt in his coffee? And that's why he's like,
Well, 'cause he's waiting. So like in my
Yeah.
mind, I've always interpreted it because he just put so many in there because he just keeps going.
yeah.
I'm like, is it finally the point where you're just like, dude, you've just got pure sugar? Like,
I mean, maybe it could be, but honestly, I wonder if he just put salt in his in his coffee.
I mean, I would suspect it's sugar though because like think of salt packets. They always have those like little cylinders. Like they're just different shapes. So
some of them are kind of like sugar packets. So like my wife and I started doing more restaurant takeout because it's cheaper than fast food recently.
oh yeah,
So
I don't
we
even-
started doing that, and one of the places we go to is the place you showed me, the one that just opened up right over here by your house, the bar.
oh okay, yeah.
So that one I went and got food.
For anyone in Utah, the break.
Yes. I went there after we recorded last week, and I got me food. And the silverware that they had, they put some salt packs in with it, salt and pepper packs. Dude, interchangeable with like the coffee creamer and sugar and stuff like that. So it was like
So maybe he did.
that's what made me think of it when I watched this scene is because I had just had that. I had this scene a couple days before
Yeah.
having that food, and I was like, holy I actually went back and put this because all my notes around this are all in caps because it's the chicken place, Gus, right? And then the next note I have below that, oh my god, that is Gus, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But this one here, I'm just like, did he really just put a pack of salt into his coffee?
He could have. But the way the scene plays out though, Gus spots him. He notices that he's watching, right?
Right.
Like it's too obvious. He's making him way too obvious. So Gus walks by him, certainly signals the guy in some way where it's like, nope, it's off. Like you're just eating and leaving.
My note here is, good God, could he be more obvious? And then 3 question marks.
Yeah, seriously.
Dude, he's just like,
Yeah, he ain't no Mike. Yeah, he's like so obvious. It's like a child with like someone that's like disabled.
dude, it's like your friend. It's like, hey, that girl's checking you out. Don't look. Dude, I said don't look. What the fuck you doing? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's like when your kid isn't taught manners and they're like
Oh,
really
yeah,
young
yeah.
and you see someone like in a wheelchair or something.
That
like,
man only has one leg. It's like, shut up, Jimmy.
oh man, but how about Jimmy though with the garbage can?
Clever thinking.
Very very quick thinking there.
Yeah, he hears someone, can I help you? He's like, whoop, there goes my watch.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. So yeah, Courier eats his meal, sits with the knapsack between his feet, and Gus, mild-mannered restaurant guy, goes through, finally greets Jimmy. Gus, of course, the eminent professional, gets his gloves on and insists that he'll get it for him, find it for him.
Yep.
And don't worry, we'll find it. And
And he does.
It's so good to have Gus back for sure.
I have to say, it broke me for a second. I actually had to pause the show because Jimmy tells him thank you, and Gus goes, my pleasure. And I'm like, wrong chicken chain.
yeah.
Chain restaurant. Like, no. This isn't Chick-fil-A.
I almost talked shit because I was like, what chicken place has breakfast? But Chick-fil-A does actually.
Chick-fil-A does.
But beyond that, though, chicken and breakfast, that's usually not a thing, right?
I
Like,
mean,
mo-
it's
most-
not
most-
hard. It's not hard to make breakfast without chicken though.
But most chicken places just inherently don't have breakfast. Like they're lunch and dinner places. Like
oh, see,
KFC, like
Popeyes.
yeah, most of those.
Popeyes have breakfast.
I actually don't know.
I've never even thought about.
We
that.
have a bunch of chicken places here in Utah. Like yeah, they're traditionally whatever. Now here's the one thing, and I'm actually surprised Chick-fil-A doesn't have it with like the whole like Southern thing with like chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
How is it no one like does a chicken restaurant that has breakfast that has like a waffle, like you make a chicken sandwich with waffles as the bun?
My God, Ted. Why did you just say that on the air? We could have been billionaires without it.
How is that not a thing?
Ted!
How is that not a thing?
Why wouldn't you just like keep that to yourself? That's someone's gonna take your idea right now and go do that, and they're gonna become millionaires, and they're gonna owe it all to you and give you nothing.
It might already exist, to be honest. It's just not here in Utah. So yeah, Mike follows Victor from the restaurant, tracks a device to Victor's car. Victor first show up here too, like canonically our first look at Victor, which is big part of Breaking Bad.
You gotta help me out here. Which one is Victor?
He's the one that well, I don't know how to explain it. If you don't remember Breaking Bad very well, he's the one that Gus ends up fucking slashing his throat in with the whole after when shit's popping off. And that's like the point that everyone realizes, like Walt and Jesse and shit, and even Mike realize like Gus isn't just a softie, like he's a fucking hard ass.
No. In this show, which one's Victor? In this show,
he's Gus's guy. That's
the courier.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, not the main courier we've been following a while. He's like the main one. You see him like pull up and he like looks out the window and throws a cigarette out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Very distinct guy. That's
the
Victor.
big like Cadillac Escalade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I was like, is he the courier? Because I don't remember that guy in Breaking Bad and everything like that. So
yeah, he's in Breaking.
We spent a lot of time with him that I was like, man, if he was in Breaking Bad, I'm pretty sure that I would remember him. But that guy did seem familiar. I actually have a note about him.
He's the box cutter. When Gus uses the box cutter.
That was my next note. I have it highlighted here. Is like, who was the guy in the SUV?
He's the main. He's predominantly through Breaking Bad. He's the guy. Like for Gus, when you have Gus, like Victor's his main guy. Like he's the one that like goes and like throws like or gives money to Walt. He's the one that calls Walt when his baby's being delivered, and he says like, "You've got 1 hour. You got to be at this gas station. If you've got the product 1 hour, if it's an hour and 1 minute, we're not there, and this is over. Never."
Damn.
So that's why he misses the birth of his baby. Like that's Victor.
Yeah.
And up until that moment, and then Tyrus is like the more black type guy. He's the one that takes over after Victor. And during Better Call Saul, you're going to see both of them. And I think we've already seen Tyrus, I think. Or we will during the course of this season. So yeah, then Mike, as he's following him out there, finds the phone sitting on top of the gas cap.
Yep.
So
they're onto him.
Yeah, they're onto him. They ask, "Are you armed?" I'm assuming you're armed. As long as I don't see yours, you won't see mine.
Yep.
You expect 2 vehicles. Gus is being the eminent professional. Yeah, so we got that as he answers it. Then we cut over to Ernesto telling Kim he can't tell Jimmy for some reason, so he tells Kim.
Yeah.
He ends up calling her. He's like, "Well, I didn't want to call you because I didn't want a phone record." She's like, "Well, he's just called me." Damn, I'm not really good at this.
Yeah. Ernie might be my favorite. My note here: Ernie might be my favorite character next to Mike and Kim.
Ernie's pretty great.
I love Ernie.
So Kim warns Jimmy that Chuck had taped him, notes that it can't be used in court, and urges him to wait Chuck out. But Chuck is absolutely enraged and drives towards Chuck's house.
Yeah.
So
Jimmy is heartbroken that
he taped him.
Chuck would record him, and he's sitting there trying to cope with it, and he's using the tape rolling technique that Chuck taught him.
Yeah.
I think that's what sets him over the edge, is that he's like,
still doing Chuck's.
This fucker.
Yeah. And then he just rips the tape finally. So
which worked just fine, by the way. Chuck being all fucking...
Oh, he took the varnish off.
No, he didn't. There's no varnish. It's paint.
No, he did on Chuck's, though.
Fuck Chuck. His varnish can go off.
Also,
honestly, nothing in Chuck's house is going to...
Also, I don't remember if I mentioned it previously, but Chuck's house is in Jesse's neighborhood in real life. I don't know if it's supposed to be in the actual show, but like legitimately that's in the exact same neighborhood. Like the Jesse's house and Chuck's house are, again, I don't know that that's supposed to be that way in the show, but it is. Yeah. So yeah, Howard, we see Howard playing a secret agent, going through the backyards and jumping fences and getting accosted by dogs in his nice, really expensive suits.
That suit's probably more than I make in a month.
Probably, yeah. And it's what is it, Hamindigo? his made up color because
Yeah.
it's Hamlindigo is what it is. Yeah. Chuck reveals he let Ernie hear the tape on purpose to bait Jimmy into breaking in so he could have him arrested. So that's the full on reveal of what
And that's a private investigator with him playing
private
cards.
investigator,
Yep.
which is being hired. Which with a private investigator, it's gonna be someone that's like licensed. So that's gonna be someone that's way more. I mean, aside from having a cop,
way more reputable in the eyes of the court.
outside of having a cop, which you're never gonna be able to get a cop to be in your house at all times.
Yeah.
That's probably your best case scenario, is having a private investigator that's licensed with the state and stuff. So, yeah, then Jimmy does show up, kicks the door in, smashes the recorder, rages that Chuck exploited his concern, threatens to burn the house down for any other copies. At which point, Howard and Dave step out as witnesses.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's
If I was Jimmy, I would have cold clocked Chuck. If I'm going to prison, I'm going to get my money's worth.
yeah, I wondered if you think that.
Found out that Chuck's wife left him. This is the first time that's revealed. We don't know what happened to her. It's just like there's a flashback with her with dinner where Jimmy's like
ingratiates himself to her and stuff.
yeah,
like,
and she's
in the normal days too.
Yeah. Chuck's using electricity and stuff like that, and it's just like, and then we find out that Chuck's wife left him. Shocker. Can't believe someone would ever leave such a loving and caring individual.
Yeah.
This episode had me screaming at my TV.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I think you teased me about that by text, that there was a point you were screaming at the TV.
I was screaming at my TV
to hit Chuck.
Or
What
Chuck.
part?
I was also worried for Mike.
Oh, okay.
But also Gus. It's the reveal of Gus.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
the trifecta there with that, but also like even just like the little things, like how fucking stupid and obvious Jimmy was being in the chicken restaurant. It's like, dude, you're not being like,
And he like moves seats and stuff.
like you're not being covert enough.
Oh.
Like what the fuck?
It's like, dude,
dude,
what
like
is
a
he-
blind man would see what you're up to.
It's like, what is it? What can he like? You don't need to be literally having eyes on. Like, if you go sit in a booth, if you stay in your original seat, there's nothing he can do with that bag that you're not going to be able to spot from where you're at. You don't need to reposition yourself to have full fucking vision on the.
Yeah.
Just think about it logically. It's like that's the thing I was getting mad at
Yeah.
when I was watching. Is it's like, come on. So trivia: Gus's introduction is the same as Breaking Bad. In his restaurant, greets a protagonist with his role as Los Pollos Ramos manager, with the protagonist being completely clueless that he's
the guy.
not just a manager of a chicken joint. Also, this is a really interesting bit of trivia. Despite being important characters to both Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, this is the only time that Jimmy and Gus ever share screen time together.
Damn.
They are never on screen together in Breaking Bad.
Don't cross streams.
Mike's the middleman, and
Yeah.
there's times that Saul alludes to like whoever Mike works for. It's like, is that what he who shall not be named said? Like, but like those are two separate things. Like that's a Y junction that like Mike's in the middle of, but like those don't cross.
Yeah.
Gus and Saul are not associated.
Right.
I mean, of course, Gus wouldn't be associated with. I mean, he didn't want to be associated with Walt because he was reckless. What do you think fucking Saul Goodman
Yeah.
would think? So it's just an interesting like trivia note of like, oh shit, like especially Breaking Bad, because I'm like, if you would have asked me, I would have said, oh yeah, there was at least something where they're together.
Yeah.
It's like, nope.
Not a single.
Not at all. Also, the way Jimmy removes the Wexler McGill logo tape is the way that he did from Chuck, taught him in the previous episode. Halfway done, Jimmy decides just to tear it off, despite Chuck's previously telling him not to do that, kind of reflecting the relationship, which you already kind of alluded to. So, episode 3, Sunken Costs, cold open, pair of sneakers is shown over a power line. Los Pollos Hermanos truck goes by. After the truck passes, the laces snap and the shoes drop on the road. So
Kind of a weird opening, right?
Yeah.
What the hell?
not a lot of context. I mean, now that you've seen it all, you kind of get that you're setting it up type thing.
Yeah.
So Mike answers the road phone. I guess I'm sorry, I jumped ahead. That the phone is answered here. It's only the ringing at the end of the last episode. I'm blurring
I
shit
think
together.
he picks up and says hello.
But we don't get
And
any.
we don't get the, are you armed?
Yeah, I assume you're armed, and
Yeah.
and then here we actually see Victor and Tyrus, so we do see both of
Okay.
Gus's like henchmen here. So, yeah, Gus and Mike strike a truce. Gus stops tracking Mike, and Mike drops the plan to kill Hector. And Gus okays continuing the disruption of Hector's shipments. And Mike pitches a way to sick the cops on him. Like essentially, he's like, "Oh, you want me to stop because he's your competitor?" Like Mike pieces it together.
This meeting with Gus was awesome. I forgot that I was scared of Gus, and in this one scene, he brought it back.
Yeah.
That's how great of an actor he is.
Oh,
It's just like,
Giancarlo is fucking.
The
genius,
fact
dude.
that we wasted Giancarlo on Captain America 4 is going to be one of the biggest travesties in the MCU.
Oh yeah, he could have been so much.
It's going to be one of the biggest wastes.
Could have been
I
so
feel.
much more for sure.
So just this scene here just brought back everything that it's like, yeah, I'm supposed to be scared of this man.
Yeah, and rightfully so for
Yeah.
sure. What did you think of like the Mike sussing it out? What did you think of these two meeting? Like,
Yeah.
you're in a weird spot because you've watched Breaking Bad, but not freshly enough to where a lot of this is probably sitting with you. So you probably don't
Yeah.
realize like this is a pretty big moment of like, because Mike ultimately is working for Gus.
Yeah, see,
all through Breaking Bad.
I
So
forgot
this
about
is-
that. I thought Mike was working for Saul. The
Which
whole
he
time.
is. He does. He
Yeah.
works for both.
I
right?
just didn't
So-
realize. Oh no, he works for Gus and just like is the middleman, like you said, between.
But no,
him and Saul.
because he works for Saul as well. Because there's time like Saul talks about like when he shows up at Walt's school, he's like, yeah, my guy only charged me for 3 hours. I'd be surprised if it actually took him more than one. He's like, it's really easy to find you type stuff, and it's like,
Yeah.
it isn't overtly shown that that's Mike, but it's Mike. He does odd work for him as well.
Oh, okay.
So he does work for both, but streams don't cross really. So
See, that's I'm misremembering it. I always thought Saul was like Gus's lawyer kind of thing, like
Yeah.
his money launderer kind of thing.
yeah,
So,
no, just
it's crazy. To think about
Mike's
that.
the fulcrum there. He's the only thing
Yeah.
that ties them together. So yeah. Any other notes you got before we move on to Jimmy being booked and arraigned?
Nope. That's where
pleads-
a lot of my notes are.
Pleads not guilty.
We got to backtrack.
We got the prosecutor.
You got to backtrack. The very first part of this where he's sitting out on the curb
Oh, okay.
having
yeah.
a cigarette, and Chuck walks up to him and gives him that whole speech about how this
yeah.
is good. Fuck him, dude.
Yeah.
So fucking
It's-
condescending.
It's for the best, and
Yeah.
all this.
And
yeah.
then Jimmy coming right back at him. Jimmy's right. Chuck is going to die alone. And he's not going to understand why. He's one of those fucking assholes that's like, I'm a complete prick to everyone around me. I treat everyone like lesser humans.
yeah.
Why am I alone?
Yeah.
Why am I institutionalized? Why am I by myself? I don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck him.
Yeah. 100%. And then Jimmy just finding a pack of cigarettes that
Yeah.
God knows came out of the car. Who
Yeah.
knows? Like, yeah, that was probably.
Well, we
pretty
find
bad.
out later that they're fucking ancient because him and Kim split one. She's like, God, how old is this? He's like, I don't know. I found it in the glove box.
May have come with the car. Yeah.
Yeah. The
yeah.
lawyer comes in, the DA comes in to rub it in his
Which you don't
face.
like him, right?
I don't.
You don't like him?
What's to like? The guy's a
He's-
piece of shit.
I like him, dude. He's just, I don't know. He's like, oh, you got to come to the car, huh? How much is the car? What's your salary? Oh no, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Like last year when he was working for Davis.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah, and then like in season 1, it was they were bouncing off each other. It's like
Yeah.
Perp of the Prior.
Yep.
I don't know why I love him. He's a good dude.
I dude, no, the fact that he comes to see if it's true and to rub Jimmy's face in it. I mean, just put yourself in Jimmy's shoes. You're having one of the worst days of your life, and someone comes and it's like, oh, I had to see if it was true. Wow, look at you. Yeah, that sucks.
But I think it's legit though because like he probably wouldn't be the only one. Because like the thing is like even in a town the size of like Albuquerque, like the law community is pretty small and like.
It's like intertwined.
Even
too.
and like so even the judge knows like right and we've got the sense of this too where it's like even throughout the rest of this season there's times where it's like wait Charles McGill like oh yeah I remember him in my court like everyone kind of knows everyone like when you're in this certain circle like there's only so many
and that's one of the things
there's
that
only
plays
so many
with the law is
judges.
the reputation and stuff like that, which
Yeah.
is bullshit because that's not how it should be. But it's just condescending to come. He didn't come in and offer him like condolences and be like, "Oh man, that sucks, man." You come to, "Oh, is it true? Oh, that sucks." Like laughing at him basically.
Yeah, I think he knows that it's not like super serious. Like, yeah, he'll probably spend the night in jail, but he's not going for a stretch here. This is like he'll be arraigned in the morning and like.
I mean, well, if it's Chuck's way, he would be.
Well, yeah, but
also
the reality,
you also have to realize that it's more than just the jail time and everything here. Chuck is trying to get it to where Jimmy never can practice law again.
no, 100%. No, I'm just saying, like in the moment he's talking about, he's looking at just like you're probably spending the night. It's probably too late for today, but you'll be out tomorrow. You'll make it. You're a fuking lawyer. It's not like they're gonna hold you. Your bail's probably gonna be like $1. It's like so. I don't think he's like rubbing it in so much as it is like.
He may not have meant it that way, but look at how Jimmy reacts to it. Like, put yourself in Jimmy's shoes if that was you and everything like that. Also, Jimmy has to feel pretty fucking stupid that Chuck got one over on him.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Who's the con man here, right?
Yeah. And then again the judge is like, oh, this is not how I expect it. Normally see you, and like then Kim shows up.
We got a couple scenes before that where Kim finds out with Ernesto.
Oh,
Ernie?
yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's right.
finds out that Ernie got fired now. Fuck Chuck.
Yeah.
Piece of shit. There's kind of a hint here, and I wanted to ask you about this. Is Kim living in her office? Like 24/7? Because she
no, I think it's more workaholic.
she goes to the gym, she changes
Yeah.
there, she takes a shower there, and then comes straight back to the office. So it's just like too far to go home. Is that what it is?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I had. Is Kim living in her office or just working hard? I completely forgot until later. Obviously, events show that she's living with Jimmy. They
Yeah.
have a place. So
Yeah, it's just trying to show you like the workaholic nature of like,
yeah.
Like the gym and stuff's gonna be closer than actually going all the way home. So it's just like, it's
Right.
100%.
And then Chuck kept Ernie on just until he got Jimmy. Then he fired him. And then here's my notes about the court. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I guess my notes aren't. I try to be a little bit less detailed because we've run out of time previously.
Yes.
So, So, what about the scene of Kim kind of getting turned down pretty forcibly too?
First thing. Assault on who? Jimmy's charged with assault on who? On who? Who do you lay a
Wait,
finger on?
is it? No, assault isn't.
Yes.
No,
100%.
battery is hitting,
He is
right?
charged with assault.
Yeah, and not battery, because battery is hitting. Assault is like threatening. If it bamboozles people. Assault and battery are two different things. One of them is actually hitting, and one is threatening to hit. Like if I go like this to you, by law, like if I make you like 2 for flinching, but I don't hit you with 2, like
Assault is an intentional act that causes another person to reasonably fear that they are about to be harmed,
which he did.
Unlike battery, which requires
is
actual physical.
Yes,
contact.
everyone gets that wrong because everyone just hears assault charges.
Yeah,
but it's like in true legalese, assault is like.
I actually did know that, but I got caught up in the moment and forgot.
So he did assault, Chuck.
He did assault, Chuck.
Just not battery, which is what you wanted, is battery. Peter's like battery.
I mean, he deserves it. Maybe a good ass kicking would have got Chuck's head launched from his ass.
I doubt it.
Now,
I doubt
those kind of people never learn.
Yeah.
Jimmy should have let Kim represent him. I get why he didn't, but it would have showed faith in her.
Yeah, and like I get where he's coming from, but he's definitely wrong. And I definitely, when I watched this the first time, I expected him to fold when she whatever, like when she kind of insisted. But then when he does it, it's like, God, that was awkward. That was an awkward.
It was
scene.
bad.
That was really awkward. It's like my client. It's like apparently it's not your client, Miss Wexler. Like, oof, that's rough.
Yeah.
And like Jimmy, you're putting yourself in some hot water here with Kim. Like, and there's one person you don't want to like ruin shit with this.
Again, what you were saying about the whole community is like, don't wrong her.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like she's too good for that.
Yeah.
Then the prosecutor comes in from out of town type thing. They're basically bringing someone in. Tells Chuck she'll push for jail. Chuck floats pre-prosecution diversion, a confession that routes the bar, and then which ultimately his strategy here is disbarment, which is actually interesting because it's like he really doesn't want Jimmy like going to jail for any. He just wants his license gone.
Yeah.
Like ultimately, like that's the thing is he's almost like a zealot. But the law is his like God, and like he's ultimately almost more trying to protect because he acts like he's trying to protect Jimmy, but it's like really he's just trying to protect the law from Jimmy.
Yeah,
but
that's where what's the solution Chuck is thinking of? What is this fucking rat up to? Is what I wrote.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then there's a scene in between this where Mike is doing the shoes on the wire.
Oh, okay.
That's in between, and then we go back to Chuck, and he has the. This is where
I took it way out of order then because so I got all this, and then Mike I've got at the tail end here. So yeah, Mike. So we see Mike going and getting a package from Gus's physician. Huge callback to Breaking Bad. We saw him. We also see him loading up a sniper rifle. And then we see him setting up the shoes,
which is just
my notes are all jumbled. So
it's just brilliant that this whole scene here with Mike.
He's like this much. Like how many ounces is that, or how many grams, whatever he says. Like
this much. Yeah. And then he hangs them up there, and then he shoots, and they react.
Yeah.
Like, but he sets it up brilliantly by just shooting into the air, and they're like, oh, it's hunters.
Hunters, yeah.
So they get used to the shots, and then he shoots the shoes. The drugs fall down. They go to the border. They smell the drugs.
Get busted.
And they get busted.
Which we saw the border last season, right? with one of the trucks coming in,
The
and the
ice
guy goes
cream.
through and he gets like
Yeah,
the
the
ice
ice
cream,
cream.
and like you just kind of get the whole sense of what that process looks like, which is genius, like setup and payoff to cross seasons to now show like now we've already seen what that looked like the right way, but now we just saw Mike set him up to where now it's going to go wrong.
Yeah,
Like-
and they showed a beautiful. I really like the shot where the powder falls like slowly and it lands like on the footstep up to the back
yeah,
and everything, because that's where the dog sits.
yeah,
The dog comes around, smells it, and sits down right there. And they're like, "Oh, we got something.
yeah. I got to hit.
Arrest him and everything."
Yeah, 100%.
And then going back to Chuck. Chuck just can't accept his brother as a lawyer. Fucking loser. This is what he is. He is a loser. More than Jimmy with his schemes and illegal activity. The fact that you can't share a profession with someone and you have to go to this length to hold him down, to get him disbarred and stuff like that, man,
Yeah.
fuck you.
But again, I don't think it's necessary that he doesn't like want to share a profession with him. It's that he thinks the law is like kind of God.
It's
And he thinks-
it's yes. He holds the law into this pedestal and stuff like that, and he is a keeper of that law.
Yeah.
And to share that profession with his brother
yeah.
degrades it so much to him. We're saying the same thing in
Yeah.
different ways.
But here's the thing, though, and again, I know I argue this
Don't-
all throughout it, man.
Don't.
He's not wrong.
Yes, he is.
He's not wrong.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Saul Goodman. We've seen the whole show, Breaking Bad. He is a chimp with a machine gun.
Hey, no. At the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, what if Chuck supported Jimmy?
Now that's a different argument for sure.
No,
yeah.
it's not. No, it's not. That is the crux of your argument. Is you're saying that Jimmy is destined
Okay,
to turn into Saul Goodman no matter
But,
what.
but here's the ultimate like philosophical thing that like rubs people the wrong way is there are genuinely people that believe that people can't change. Like Chuck. Chuck
Yeah.
has the belief that people cannot change. They are what they are.
Right.
A leopard can't change its spots. That's it. And there
Yeah.
are people that believe that 100%. And that is, and I think most of us tend to, we're watching shows like this that literally watch characters change and evolve. So
Yeah.
I think most people tend to believe that people, depending on their nature, nurture, all that kind of stuff, can potentially change their outcome. And it's like, and I think that's the ultimate thing, though, is that from his perspective, he only knows what he thinks is Jimmy stealing from their parents. He knows slipping Jimmy. He knows all that stuff. So from his perspective, you can't let someone like that into like a spot like a lawyer, because that could be fucking end of the world type shit.
It's not, though. Like, that's such an overreaction to think that one person practicing law is going to tear down the law itself and everything that it stands for. Like, come on. Like how unrealistic is that of Chuck to believe that Jimmy is going to be able to destroy the law of the United States of America or even the state of New Mexico?
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, if Chuck had done nothing to hold Jimmy back and actually, like, kind of not even supported him, but just never held Jimmy back, Jimmy would have been able to get help to go to law school, would have been able to go to his brother, maybe learn some better habits and practices and how to be an upstanding citizen
Yeah.
instead of being constantly treated like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
If you treat someone like a piece of shit, guess what? They generally start acting like a piece of shit, even if they were a piece of shit before. If you don't give them the chance to change, they can't change.
Yeah.
And
No,
anyone out there who says that people can't change needs to look at the reality of people, the examples out there of people who have changed.
Yeah. No, I like I said, I'm not a believer of the immutable, whatever. I used to be a little bit more, which is why I never liked Jesse. Once a junkie, always a junkie.
See, like that.
So.
See, like that. That's one that I don't know about that.
And then we also get Jimmy at the courthouse, and Bill Oakley tells him that Albuquerque's DA's office is entirely conflicted out because everyone knows him, which is why this outsider's coming in. So he gets the knowledge there. We get the arrests at the border, and then Kim convinces Jimmy to let her help him fight Chuck's diversion play instead of going at it alone. So Kim finally convinces that, like, I can be part of your team, and I can, which very happy that
fuck Chuck and his PPD.
PP.
That's the
pre-prosecution deferment or whatever it was. Yeah. So this is the trivia. I only got one. This is the first Better Call Saul episode that Vince Gilligan wasn't involved with in post-production at all. He actually left the show at this point and doesn't come back till the 6th season because El Camino. He basically left the show to go make El Camino.
Oh, okay.
So essentially, yeah. So pretty wild, but yeah, Vince is now out of the picture until season 6.
Wow.
So yeah. So season 4 or episode 4 season. God damn it. Sabrosito. is the title of the episode, because I've been saying the episode titles. So we start off with a 1999 flashback, Hector bringing Don Eladio his cartel tribute, a bobblehead of his new ice cream front, and introduces his mule Ximenez. So which we've been seeing here with the whatever we see.
I did not know that this was a flashback. That's actually my question. My first note here. It's hard to peg when this interaction with Hector and the Don happens.
Oh, okay.
Is it when Mike's hitting his truck? Is it before? Is it after? Is that why there's so much more money from Gus? Like, he has so much more money and it's so neat and everything. Like the Don's all impressed with it. That's why I took it as that. This is a current flashback.
I have actually usually thought that was current. I'm not sure why the website I pulled this from, because I went and just took notes from everything, and it mentioned it being a flashback, and like, I don't know,
because I could see it being like, hey, you're a little bit lighter than him. Why does he have so much more than you?
Yeah,
you know, he makes like allusions to that, but then he also talks about like how neat it is to have it like wrapped like that.
Yeah, because then Juan Bolsa comes over with Gus's tribute, Los Pollos Hermanos T-shirt, and then a much larger package, and it's neatly stacked. Eladio teases Hector, says, "I want everything done this way. No more rubber bands." Eladio is not the nicest to Hector. There is a lot of disrespect to Hector throughout both shows to an extent.
This scene,
and this scene is like, and like, Hector's too prideful, man. This can't fly. This will not stand, as the dude says.
Yeah.
So then we move over. Do you have any notes here with the?
No.
I love Don Eladio, dude. He's one of my favorite characters.
The big
boss,
Don, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Juan Bolsa is the bald guy.
The Juan Bolsa. Okay, that's the one that is friends with Gus.
Yeah, he's kind of like a lower. I want to say he's like a. I think if I understand this right, Don Eladio is the fucking guy. Like he's Don Corleone.
Right.
Juan Bolsa would be like an underboss.
Okay.
And he's like the underboss, and part of it is like
he's kind of like over Hector and Gus.
Yeah, he's kind of over the border.
Kind of like a little bit not a lieutenant, but like.
Yeah, he'd be like a lieutenant to Don Eladio, but he's over like he's essentially over like the Southwest United States, over the border type stuff.
Yeah.
So he's above the other two, but he's certainly below Don Eladio.
Okay, see, that's what I was wondering about. Is he associated because he brings in Gus's tribute?
Yeah.
So that's where I was like, is he Gus's guy? Is this someone that's working with Gus, or does he work for the Don? And I find out later. One of the very last scenes in this season actually kind of answers the question now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
He's there, and then Hector asks, why is he here talking about Gus? So that makes sense. That he is not Gus's guy. Okay.
Yeah, 100%. So then we get over to the Mike watching the DEA raid Hector's ice cream store, and takes a moment to call his daughter-in-law. So kind of got what he needed to.
She's kind of like, I have a note here. Does she suspect something is going on with Mike? I think she's kind of like suspicious.
I think so. I mean, he's working in like a fucking toll booth. Like, how is he buying a house for her and shit?
Yeah.
So I think she's definitely got some suspicion to an extent. I think she's too smart not to. We see Hector marches into Los Pollos Hermanos with Nacho and Arturo, terrorizing the staff and customers.
He's asking for trouble, messing with the restaurant,
helping himself to soda and lights a cigar. Like, what a fucking this is a brutal scene, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is so like.
You know I suffered in this
scene. Dude, and the thing is like, I don't remember I took it down, but one of the trivia bits is let's see if I took it down. If not, I'll say it now. Apparently Peter Gould said this allegedly was a much longer scene, and it actually got to the point where he was like terrorizing the actual customers like overtly. Like and like it dragged on even further, and Peter was just like, we realized that we were going too far a little bit.
Yeah.
It was uncomfortable to watch. So what a scene though, man. Like, yeah, and like you're right. Like, this is like, what a fucking shot to like fuck with like the legitimate front, right?
Yeah, like any one of them could call the cops.
Yeah. No, it's brutal. So Gus is at the fire station. This is the fire station that Walt leaves Holly in the final couple episodes after he kidnaps his own daughter after the blow up. And then remember, he drops her in the fire truck and turns the lights on so they'll come out and find him. Like, that's the same firehouse that there. So, and then Gus being like the social, like, you know, he's part of like out in the open is his disguise. Mm-hmm. So like that kind of thing. Goes, confronts
Hides in plain sight.
Yep. Hector, he's in Gus's office. Hector snaps, I am the cartel, and demands that Gus move his product north.
I have a note here. There's an interesting shot of Gus walking into the restaurant. They show the clock on purpose. I think they're doing that intentionally because the clock shows that it's 1:20 in the afternoon.
Oh yeah.
So it's happening during lunch hour.
Yeah.
So
And
they probably got there a while before.
yeah.
And it took Gus time to get back. So this is probably happening 12 to 12:30, which is peak lunchtime.
Oh yeah. No, 100.
He did that intentionally.
No, you're definitely right on that. Somebody in the chat says we're twins. So no,
No
sir.
no relation.
Let's see. Once they leave, Gus quietly cleans a restaurant, tosses a piece of tinfoil in celebration. He does a little Kobe there. Which is very unusual for Gus.
I did not expect to see Gus smiling after the meeting with Hector is my note.
Yeah, just very strange. And then he lets everyone go. Also, I think the worst part about this Gus scene coming back in is the fact that like the employees are being held.
Yes.
Like that's like another level, right?
Yeah.
Which I get it because they're just going to go call the cops if you let him go. So it's
Yeah.
like you can't let him go, but it's like they're hostages now essentially.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely rough. So we see Kim canceling Chuck's door repair, going through the phone book, looking for a repair, talking about. So what's your thoughts here as you're seeing this whole thing play
I knew
out?
they were up to something. I didn't know what. I had a question here because there's a little scene right before this. Why is Mike refusing the money, saying that they're square? Because Gus tries to pay him.
Yeah, because
This guy tries to pay him, and he's like, "No, we're square."
Yeah, he throws it back at him and
Yeah.
stuff, which is funny because there's a scene like that in. Oh no, it's what it is God, there's something with Victor as well, and it's something with Walt and Jesse. Oh, it's what it is because Jesse doesn't cook without Walt's permission. It's when Walt kind of like pieces out earlier on, and they end up shorting Jesse at one of the spots where you see dead drops at some point. They pay Jesse, and he's like freaking out because they only give him half the money. And they just like pull up to fucking Walt at a stoplight and just throw a fucking bag of money at him.
Oh,
And it's 100% Jesse's cook. Walt had nothing to do with it, but it's like, nope. So this is very reminiscent of that to an extent.
okay.
But yeah, I think that like he's going after Hector. It's personal. He's not doing this for money. Like this is still his personal vendetta here. So I don't think
he doesn't want to be in debt, kind of thing.
He doesn't
or associated.
Yeah, I think there's a level of like becoming like
Hey,
a
you
part
stopped
of
me.
this.
You stopped me from making a mistake. Thank you, but I don't want to be paid for it.
Yeah, like it's more of like we
'Cause
both
there wasn't a job that Mike
no
did.
there wasn't.
So why would that's what I was wondering. Is like, why is Gus trying to pay him? Like, what's this money for?
I mean, it's yeah, exactly. But is it Gus trying to like sidle up and basically be like, you work for me now, and Mike's like not having it type thing. So yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm trying to like whatever notes you have, let me know as we're going here because I want to make sure we're going quick enough that we get some time for a couple big things here. So yeah, then Mike posing as a handyman.
Yeah,
With the drill, dude.
Dude, the repairman awkwardness is the worst. What do you do while they're fixing something? I fucking hate it. I hate being home when they come to fix something in my place.
Yeah, you just leave.
I just like I hate it.
Yeah, it's awkward.
I'll be in the I've come to the where it's like I'll be on my computer if you need me.
Yeah.
And then I just go back to what I was doing.
Yeah. Now the most awkward though is there was a point when I was living with someone, they hired like a maid service.
Oh no. You tell me when they're coming and I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Dude, it was the most awkward thing in the world, dude. It was so fucking awkward. But yeah, dude, Mike though just
Oh yeah, when Chuck's about to come back and he hears them coming,
so funny.
Chuck's like, electricity.
So
Fucking
good.
idiot.
So good.
I hate Chuck.
So then we get the next day, Gus is apologizing to his staff, offering counseling. He's going to pay them all, ample overtime. Spins a story about extortionists and kind of wins them over.
I did have a note asking it.
It's a genius story, right? It's like because everyone kind of knows his origins are south of the border. So it's like, yeah, I had to pay him. So here they are trying to get me now, but no, we're in America. So.
I have a couple things here. There's the whole. Are they trying to make a case that Chuck is not mentally fit against Jimmy?
It's definitely an interesting.
But there's two witnesses to it. Like there's two other people there, so it's not like it's just Jimmy
trying
and
to figure out
Chuck.
what the game is.
Yeah, and everything. So, and then I had
because he's taking pictures.
This is where I had my note. Remind me in Breaking Bad, Mike and Jimmy work for Gus, right? And so we already clarified that one.
Yeah.
And
Mike,
then
yes, Jimmy, no.
Yeah, the scene where Gus comes to Mike about why he refused payment shows the MCU wasted him. So we already talked about that.
And that was my next note. Gus goes to told him that's why he refused payment, invites him to consider working for him, and reveals he stopped Mike from killing Hector because a bullet to the head would be far too humane.
Yeah.
So Yeah, so at least gives Mike a little bit more of an insight of like, okay, he's not like friends with this guy.
Yeah.
Like he's an enemy. Like we're both enemies of this. It isn't just he's trying to get a little bit of a
Mhm.
leg up on the competition. Like no, there's an animus here. So, so then my next note: Jimmy, Kim, Chuck, Howard, and Hay meet to finalize the confession wording. And how fucking just
Jimmy's apology has a barb in it. He apologizes, but says that no one should treat their brother that way.
yeah,
And Chuck reacts.
yeah,
It's like, oh,
and Chuck making him
it goes both ways.
making him add like the $1 or whatever for the tape.
Fuck.
It was like every time when I was watching that, I knew you were gonna be watching. I can't wait for Peter's reaction.
Chuck is so fucking petty for wanting the cost of the cassette tape back.
yeah.
That's what I put.
And then afterwards, Kim corners Chuck, tells him to admit that the tape Jimmy smashed was a copy, and the original was going to go to the hearing. And then finally admits like, yeah, of course, no, the one that Jimmy destroyed was a copy. Like the original is under lock and key, and it'll be there.
As that conversation was happening, I wrote, I have a feeling that Chuck and Howard are playing right into Kim and Jimmy's plan.
She
And
goes
then
to-
afterwards, bingo, I knew
Bingo.
it.
Yeah, such a great ending to the episode too. So this episode marks the last time that Kim and Chuck interact with each other.
Okay.
So last time for that. This is the first and last time that Chuck and Mike ever interact on camera. That's not a big deal, but it is the only time two big characters interact. The first image of Don Eladio in Better Call Saul is him diving, is filmed from the bottom of the pool. It resembles his fall into the pool when he's poisoned by Gus in Breaking Bad. Kind of falls into the pool. And it's
That's who he is. Okay.
yeah, it's the big boss. Yeah, for sure. And he killed Gus's lover.
Yes.
Is why Hector pulled the trigger, but Eladio was part of it. So, and then
I
yeah,
remember that. I just didn't remember that was him.
yeah, and then Jimmy appears for the first time at halfway into this episode, 26-minute mark, approximately. The first half of the episode is devoted to the fallout of Gus's move against Hector. So there's a lot. That's wild to not get to Jimmy for. I remember this episode aired because I was just like looking at my watch. How long are we going without Jimmy in this episode? Like, is this just a full-on like Mike and Gus episode? The fire station, I already mentioned that. And then the first episode, Nacho Varga appears in the third season is now. So yeah, a pretty deep dive before we get Nacho showing up. So
Yeah.
now episode 5, chicanery. We get a flashback. Chuck has stripped his house of electronics to reconcile, but he's bringing it all. He's bringing everything back into the house to make it look like the power is just out for Rebecca. Because now it's a dinner, but now the electricity thing's a thing. So they've concocted this whole fucking thing.
Yeah, she doesn't know about his condition.
Yeah, exactly. So then her phone rings, and that's a whole scene there.
Mhm.
So Chuck tries, man, but eventually he slaps it out of her hand.
Yeah.
It tells her it's so rude to answer the phone.
Fuck, dude.
Amongst company.
Fuck Chuck, man. Can't even be honest with his wife, his ex-wife.
Oh my
Like,
god, dude. And then she leaves angry. Jimmy wants to tell her the truth to salvage the night, but Chuck refuses.
yeah.
Then we get Jimmy going to the vet, looking for someone with light fingers. He's like, do you need to fit him in small spaces? And that's most Breaking Bad fans are like, oh, it's gonna be fucking Huel because he was the pickpocket. There's multiple times in Breaking Bad he was doing
Oh, okay.
pickpocketing and stuff. That Jesse, when they swapped out the rice and cigarette and stuff, like because
okay.
remember they tried to make Jesse think that Brock got the ricin and stuff. So
Yeah.
and that was all Huel that did all that. So Kim tells Kevin and Paige at Mesa Verde about Chuck's forgery allegations, and they dismiss it as Chuck smearing her.
Yeah. Chuck with Jimmy and everything like that.
Like she
I love that the Mesa Verde guy is like, yeah, fuck them.
yeah, he's not going to deprive me of the best outside attorney I've ever had.
Yeah. Anyone who puts Kim on a pedestal is A-okay with me.
Yeah, he's a good. He's I like him.
Yeah.
Chuck and Howard scout the hearing room. Howard urges Chuck not to testify, and stakes the firm, and he's staking the firm's reputation
Yeah.
essentially. So we're starting to see a little bit of a fraying here with Howard a bit,
Mhm.
which I'm sure makes you happy.
Yeah. I mean, fuck Chuck. So anything that puts him down makes me feel better.
And also the fact that like Howard is like worried
Well,
is interesting because it's
it's
like
to a good point, though. That's the part that irritates me is that Chuck's just so flippant about ignoring it.
yeah.
But it's like, HHM, like Howard's part of that HHM.
Yeah.
but he always treats him as an underling, which pisses me off.
Yeah.
They're not equals, and they should
Yeah.
be equals. They're partners, you know?
Yeah.
Literally, the name of it is partner, and they're,
Yeah.
no, not anywhere close to being equal,
Yeah.
despite Chuck not having a right frame of mind.
Yeah. So then we're getting to the hearing. Kim frames it as feuds between brothers. Howard testifies and is forced under a cross to concede nepotism angle because he's like, oh, we just didn't think, we didn't want, like, we thought it was nepotism. Oh, what's the other H stand for in HHM?
Oh,
Dude,
right.
What a fucking zinger.
Right.
Dude. What a zinger. And Howard's look when he has to, like, oh, dude. Just
Oh, it's so
a
good.
thing of fucking beauty. Kim is a goddamn, she's a peach.
Yeah.
I love her so much. And then they're stalling.
Why?
For
Yeah.
flight delay. Francesca's there.
Yep.
It's like, oh, the flight's been delayed 40 minutes. And Jimmy's like, what's your thoughts here? Like, as this is happening. And
I mean, we know now that she doesn't know about the condition and everything like that, so it's like, oh, okay.
yeah,
And then we see Chuck's reaction later to it.
yeah. And then, we also, as we're getting into the hearing, even though the room is cleared of electronics, Chuck does bump into Huel in the stairwell.
I thought what I thought Jimmy did is I thought he had Huel put his phone in Chuck's pocket,
Yeah.
and then he was going to call it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Not far off, but yeah.
I wasn't far off, but yeah.
Yeah.
I like Jimmy's plan better.
So what all notes do you have here? Because I really wanted to just kind of zip this and then just like kind of talk about.
No, go ahead. I honestly didn't take many notes because I recorded the video.
Just watching, yeah.
Yeah.
So Chuck's sworn in, denies hitting Jimmy, then is rattled when Rebecca walks in.
Mhm.
And they taking a break there, and it's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, just good way to rattle him.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, again, that's why the teaser is there.
Yep.
During the recess, Chuck learns Jimmy told Rebecca about his EHS and asks her to stay and watch. Kim warns Jimmy that Rebecca will hate him after what's coming.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, whatever. So,
Hey, you know what? She needed to learn the truth, and I'm sorry that Chuck drug it out this far, but
yeah.
at least he's going to use it to get, help, hopefully.
Yeah. And then Jimmy's cross-examining using the house photos, presses Chuck on the electronics, and just this whole thing is fucking a thing of beauty, man. This is damn near like you wanted the truth. Like, this is
It
like,
is.
like it's always these court scenes are just
Yeah.
great. And it's just like, as he goes through,
It gave me some My Cousin Vinny vibes,
yeah,
too,
yeah,
with like the his girlfriend testifying with like the car.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's genius. And just the way I've watched this scene more times than I can count. Like this, it's just so
Mhm.
good. And like he just grills him on like,
there was one thing that stands out to me is that Chuck's like, yeah, it's just, like this condition's not very well known and everything like that, but I'm an expert on it. And it's just like
yeah.
self-diagnosis, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. And like when they're like, oh yeah, whatever. And he's like, oh yeah, well, 100 years ago, we didn't know a lot about whatever. And like, whatever, I don't remember what disease it was.
No, he was,
Was it
like,
AIDS?
it was AIDS. Yeah.
To compare it to AIDS, dude. Oh my God. And then, yeah, then the coup de grace, like he just, can you tell me where the nearest piece of electricity is? Like talk about the inverse square law and just, Jimmy is just genius here, man.
It's brilliant to do this because it just shows that he doesn't have a fucking clue.
And Jimmy knew, right? Because the
Yeah.
hospital with
Yeah.
the doctor that pulled the trick.
I
With the,
got a feeling that there may have been one or two times. They don't show it, but I just suspect that Jimmy forgot to put his phone away. And it's in his pocket and he gets out to go to the mailbox and he's like, oh, yeah.
I don't think so.
No, you
No,
think he was 100%?
because he's. I mean, in a lot of ways, he's such a good brother.
Well,
that I just, and like
he knew that when the doctor did that, it wasn't like a big revelation to him. It wasn't like, oh, my brother's faking? This isn't real? It wasn't like that to him. So that's why I just suspect that Jimmy's like, it's my big brother. I don't want to hurt him. That's
he
the
wants to
goodness.
protect him.
That's
yeah.
the goodness in Jimmy.
Yeah, 100%.
And everything. And whereas, like he fights Howard to having him committed.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the things that stands out the most is like, what if Jimmy had just fucking committed Chuck? Like
Yeah.
just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And just this whole, I mean, I almost have this speech memorized.
Yeah.
When he starts going nuts and he's just,
I am not crazy.
yeah. And when he gets the battery, Huel testify 43 minutes ago, he planted it on you. You didn't know it was there. It's fully charged. And yeah, he just loses it.
Grabs it, puts it in the phone, turns the phone on to show that it has electricity.
Yeah. And he's like, this chicanery, oh, he's done worse. That billboard. You want to tell me something? What I love about it too is he's right about all this. Like everything that Jimmy pulled it off on most people, but he spots. And Jimmy knew he would too, because remember he took all the newspaper, and
it wouldn't see.
Yeah, he's like, he defecated into a sunroof.
Yep,
so funny, the Chicago sunroof, dude.
Yep,
and it's like, I should have stopped him. I should have stopped him. You have to, and that's when he finally dawns on him. Oh, lost my train of thought there.
Oh, whoops! I went a little too far.
Oh man,
showing my true colors that I hate my brother.
Oh, just such a great this episode, man. It's it's one of the higher rated episodes. I think it's still in the top 5 for both shows is this episode.
Mm-hmm.
So when the prosecutor calls Chuck's mental state irrelevant, Chuck detonates into his whole rant, because it did take that too as the prosecutor, but his mental illness is not, and that's when he's like, I'm not crazy, and spirals the whole thing. So yeah, I mean, what can you say, man?
It very clearly is a mental illness, right?
I mean, yeah, but not in his mind it is.
No, it's not.
So.
But again, crazy people never think that they're crazy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, then my trivia, this episode is 9.7 on IMDb. It's the top 10 best episodes for 2017 list. Ranks 8th place for Better Call Saul entirely. This is the first episode. This is also the first episode that Mike doesn't appear anywhere in the episode.
Oh, okay.
No Mike. So Jim is the only character to appear in all the episodes of the series now because of this one. This episode marks the earliest chronological appearance of Huel, who of course is in Breaking Bad. This is the only episode in the series where no main characters are fully criminal or who are full on criminals appear.
Yeah, like the cartel criminal kind of, like career criminals. That's a way to put it.
And in both shows too, because again, you're not going to get that in Breaking Bad. Like there's criminals in every episode pretty much. So when Chuck arrives to testify, the clock displays 12:17 before being unhooked. 12:17 is the address of Mesa Verde's bank. Good little,
Wait, no, it's not. Isn't it 12:16?
That's what I said. 12:16.
Oh, I thought you said 12:17. My bad.
No, 12:16.
Yeah,
one after Magna Carta.
12:61, 12:16. Yeah,
one after Magna Carta.
Yep.
I'm never gonna hear the word 12. The numbers 12:16 without saying that now. Any other? I mean, I could just glaze this episode.
It's just phenomenal to see Chuck get his comeuppance, especially in a courtroom.
Oh yeah, in his domain.
In his domain, in the thing that he chose, he did this, he set this all up, and then he this is what he gets.
And for him practicing his speech earlier too, we skipped that part. I love my brother. Well, Ted Kaczynski's brother loved him too.
Compare, that's the Unabomber, right?
Yeah.
Fucking comparing Jimmy to the Unabomber, like fuck off. I forgot about that. Just that alone right there just shows you how little Chuck truly thinks of Jimmy.
Oh, 100%.
Comparing him to the fucking Unabomber.
Unabomber, yeah.
Come on, man.
Good stuff, man. And then episode 6, off-brand. Kim delivers her closing, and the committee suspends Jimmy's license for a year rather than disbarring him. So we get kind of a stay of execution in a sense, but that does put us in a weird spot where it's like a year, man. That's I mean, we knew it wasn't going to get disbarred because you can't just change your name and then get rebarred. So we knew he was going to be a lawyer no matter what. But yeah, devastated Rebecca can't get Chuck to answer the door, so she goes to the office and begs Jimmy to reconcile. He says Chuck is no longer his brother and tells him that she says Chuck was right about him. So as Kim predicted, she's going to hate you after this.
Wasn't there a scene with Nacho at the start of this episode?
I have my next note is Nacho.
Oh,
so
okay.
Again, some of my stuff might be out of order here. I largely just watched and then just grabbed some synopsis online and just took kind of bullet pointed them. So I may have jumbled some stuff. So, but yeah, Nacho collects dealer's money. Crazy 8 comes up and he comes up short. Crazy 8 is the guy that Walt kills. That's Walt's first kill.
Oh,
is Crazy 8, the one with the bike lock in the basement. Because there's the 2 that they gas and the one ends up alive. Jesse has to dissolve the one in the bathtub, and the other one Walt has to kill because he's still fucking alive. Yeah. And that's Walt's big moral thing is kill him or not.
Yeah.
And then he was gonna let him go until he finds a piece of plate missing that he's gonna stab him with.
Oh.
And this is Crazy 8. So this is young Crazy 8 before he's hardened and stuff. Yeah, Hector, who works for who?
Yeah, and he has to go out and beat the shit out of him, and then Nacho's kind of affected by it and sewing machine his thumb.
Yeah, that's a
gooey,
it's a fun little bursting there.
Yeah.
And then
again, fingernails.
And dude, Nacho just trying to be oh yeah, my dad's gonna go, and I'm sorry, Crazy 8 Nacho's
Yeah.
just like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you've got like a big timer here. Like, you can't. This is not
Mhm.
friend time. This is
Yeah, and he's trying to like get him to talk about being short. He's like, "Oh yeah, this and that and the weather." And he's like, "Fucker, focus."
yeah. He's like, all right, make it up next week.
Yeah, and then
Who
that's
works
when
for who?
Hector. Yeah,
Yeah.
who works for who?
Yeah,
Yeah, I did have a note 12-month suspension. That's not too bad.
yeah,
And then the Rebecca part, mentally ill or not, he still tried to ruin his brother's career, but he couldn't stand to share a profession with Jimmy.
yeah,
That part just that's what I'm never gonna be able to let go with Chuck, is the fact that he just could not. And he says it himself in season 2.
yeah,
I could not let him practice law.
yeah. No, 100%. Yeah. Then we got Mike with Stacy at a support group. She volunteers him to build a playground.
Yeah.
So got some emotions coming up for Mike on this because he doesn't remember the story that she's being told. Like, he certainly did it, but he's not going to remember. It was just some random thing. So we got that. We got Howard visiting Chuck with a 35-year-old Scotch and urges him to move on.
I doubt Chuck is gonna let it go.
Yeah.
I don't think he could.
And then Chuck forces himself to pick up a battery and hold it.
Mhm.
So got kind of an interesting
Yeah.
wrinkle here. Jimmy and Francesca call the clients and tell him about his year-long sabbatical. And he is forced to pull the Fifi ad, and that gets really fucking stressful because like, yeah, you're not licensed, and so if that ad runs,
You're in trouble.
you are going to get disbarred because you've now just portrayed yourself as an attorney
when
and
you're not
a-
when you're not practicing.
yeah,
Not allowed to
He's
practice.
not. Yeah, like he's not. His license suspended. He's, for all intents and purposes, he is not a fucking lawyer. So
Yeah.
you cannot portray yourself as one. You can't nothing. So, yeah. Jimmy pitches. Now he has to figure out what to do with his $4,000. He prepaid a year's worth of fucking ads. So yeah, he goes and pitches a carpet store on cheap commercials. Gets nowhere. Decides to shoot an ad for himself and says he'll Karloff this thing.
Yeah.
Boris Karloff. So
I have a note here. Jimmy is going to get up some shit trying to pay for his half. What? Because that scene with Kim.
oh yeah, they're just gonna keep splitting
you
the
know,
costs.
you know that he's gonna Jimmy this shit up.
Oh, 100%. So he debuts his disguise, and alias is Saul Goodman because it's all good, man. Kim watches the tape and says the character has energy, and Jimmy says it's just a name. So this is an interesting, because she's taken aback. It's like, whoa, like,
Yeah.
this guy's a lot. And he's like really trying to understand. It's just a name.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's just an alias. At the chicken farm, Victor and Tyrus pull cocaine from the truck's false bottom. Nacho tries to take 6 bricks instead of 5. And Gus, scouting an industrial laundry with Lydia, gets a call in his ass. They want 6. This is a tense ass scene too.
It is like, the
And this is a
guns
weird one,
drawn
too,
and
'cause
everything.
I will admit there's times I blur my lines between which person works for who.
Yeah.
Like when it's like Tyrus and Victor, and then they've got Nacho, and like I always have to like pause and like think like, wait, which who works for who here? Which ones are Hector's? Which ones are Gus's? Like
Yeah.
it's just they're all cartel dudes to me.
Yeah.
Like,
It's hard to keep them
h-
straight.
Hard to keep them 100%.
Except for Nacho.
I mean, yeah, 100%, yeah. And then
I have a note here. I think Nacho's up to something.
yeah, I mean, I think it really just comes down to like
Well, I was just
Hector, right?
Well, here I didn't know if Nacho was just going for 6 when it wasn't Hector. So I thought maybe Nacho was up to something because he's the beginning scene with like the thumb and
yeah,
how Hector talked to him, like kind of like
yeah,
who works for who, kind
Yeah.
of thing and everything.
yeah. It's never really,
And then he has the thumb, and so this is the next scene we get with him. So it's like,
and it's never.
does Hector really want 6, or is this Nacho being Nacho?
Yeah, it's never established, but the thing is, I would assume it is what actually Hector wants, because otherwise, I feel like if this is just Nacho going rogue and getting an extra brick, like I feel like you'd get a scene of him telling like him, "We got 6." You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I was able to get a 6. Like I don't know. It just feels like no. Hector told
No,
you.
I
like,
thought this would be something that he would do, like, and then he would deliver
Oh.
the 5 to Hector.
oh, I see.
And
He's-
then there's
he's
one
robbing it.
Yeah, he's like, because he does like the side hustles and shit like that.
He wouldn't be
so-
that dumb because the cartel is going to catch wind that like there was 6 were taken. Like
Yeah.
that, you'd be exposing yourself too much.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then where's Gus? Oh, he's at the laundromat. That's where
Looking for the laundry.
Jesse and Walter
Yeah.
cook. And then I was like, hey, I recognize her. That's Lydia. And I
Lydia,
always
yeah.
remember that because that's my wife's name.
Yeah, Lydia. Hey, Lydia. Like
Yeah.
when Todd has that ringtone for her
Yeah.
too, because he's all enamored with her. Then we get Chuck wrapped in a space blanket walking through the street. goes to a phone, calls Dr. Cruz. So that's very interesting because, I mean, it was tough. It was weird last year when we saw Chuck just walking out of the house,
just like to go get the paper.
Yeah, and like now we're like he's like leaving the neighborhood, like what
He's walking down the
wild.
street and everything.
Yeah. So then Hector tells Nacho he wants to use Manuel's upholstery shop as a new front. And the news that comes through that Tuco is in solitary and triggers Hector's heart condition.
Yeah.
Tuco stabbed someone, and then Nacho quietly pockets a dropped nitroglycerin capsule.
Yeah.
So
Nacho's gonna get himself killed when he tells Don Hector no for his work, his dad and everything like that. Or is he going to try and kill Hector himself and move up? That's what I was thinking, because like the pill and everything.
Yeah,
like
with
that.
the pill. So that's so you were curious either way.
Yeah. What is Nacho up to is kind of like my what's going on here? And then my last note. I guess it is a little bit out of order. Saul Goodman's first appearance. What a commercial!
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. So in visiting Chuck, Howard has a bottle of alcohol marked 1966, and Howard tells Chuck it's 35 years old, which has led some people to confusion over the timeline of the show. But the thing is, when it comes to whiskey, it does not age in the bottle. The second it's taken out of the barrels, it is done aging.
Yes.
So if you have a 35-year Scotch and you put it on the shelf for 50 years, it is a 35-year Scotch. Wine, on the other hand, continues to age. So that has confused people because people take the wine thing and they're like, wait, no, that doesn't add up for the year this is supposed to be. So this episode marks the earliest chronological appearance of Lydia, who first appears in Breaking Bad. This is also the first time that Gus and Lydia are ever shown together. Even though they knew each other in Breaking Bad, they never shared a scene.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Also, Arturo tells Hector that Tuco has stabbed another inmate in prison. This is alluded to in Breaking Bad in the episode Grilled, when Hank, while referring to Tuco, states, well, we're pretty sure this guy knifed a Mexican national in 2003, and that's 2003 is where we're at right now. So this is, that's alluded to in Breaking Bad. I actually never knew that. I learned that while prepping this episode. So to episode 7, expenses. Cold open, Jimmy picks up trash on a community service while running Saul Goodman Productions off his phone.
I wouldn't put it past Chuck to come out and watch Jimmy do community service if he wasn't busy not being crazy.
Yeah, with binoculars.
No, he would just like pull up a fucking lawn chair, hand the guy a 50, and just be like,
yeah,
because he's fucking asshole.
And his whole power struggle with the guy too. He gets docked down to 30 minutes because he was on the phone.
Such bullshit, dude.
But what do you do, right? You're someone doing community service, you're likely a criminal. Who are they going to believe?
Yeah.
You or him?
No.
So
I don't like when people abuse power. You know me.
Yeah. He changes in the lot, barely starts his car, and shoots a recliner store ad, but can't upsell the owner on more. So now it just seems like that's his hustle. He just needs to sell this shit so he can keep paying the bills, right?
Yeah. He has the scene with Kim where he gives her money.
Yeah.
And she asks him, did you
nuke your savings?
Are you draining your bank account? And he goes, no, the fucking money's in a bank envelope.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy,
yeah.
Put it in your wallet, my guy.
Is it this season, or do we already cover it where they're at the bar and he's swapping credit cards? She's like, are you maxing out your credit cards? Like, no, I've got this point.
It's this season. It's next episode or the episode after.
Yeah.
I think it's 8 or 9.
Yeah. So Kim running on no sleep. We see her take a 5-minute nap in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, I saw that. I'm like, dude, I can't even fall asleep in like less than like 20, 30 minutes. I'm like 5 minutes. Like, it's not even worth it.
I'm one of those people that I could do that. I fall asleep so fucking fast. My wife fucking hates me.
This is also foreshadowing because the way this edit cut.
Yes.
So did it shock you a little bit here, and then like where she's like,
I was like, that was kind of weird that they did that, and now I get it.
Now 100%. So Paige, who gloats about how they destroyed Chuck, and then Kim kind of gets a little bit bitchy because she feels bad about it. She's like,
Kim snapping at Paige is going to be a sign of things to come, that she has some guilt.
Yeah, and we eventually get it in this scene, right, where she's like, after she finally, sorry, that was really unprofessional, but you know what? We just attacked a really sick person.
Yeah.
So it's like,
And that's what I'm talking about, is like this is going to, I think this is going to drive a wedge between Kim and Jimmy. It's not sitting right with her, obviously.
Yeah.
Jimmy, he doesn't give a shit. His brother's dead to him as far as he knows.
Yeah.
As far as he cares, I mean. And then I think I have mine in the wrong spot here, because I have a note about Jimmy here, but we're talking about Kim. Jimmy should be thinking about finding a temporary job instead of trying these commercial schemes. He has a year, and even what kind of a client list will he have after that? It's like, find a source of income. Like I understand doing the schemes and stuff like that.
And I think this is 100% just he's already paid that. He's basically just trying to cash that $4,000 out.
Yeah.
He put 4,000 in on those commercials. He's just trying to get that money back and not lose it. Because anytime that they go to air nothing, he's just going to see that as lost money.
Right.
So it's real. Yeah.
I get it, but it's obviously not working. Like, he's trying so much here to do so much.
Yeah.
When he could be going and applying at Walmart or
Yeah.
have some money coming in, dude.
No, 100%.
You know, it's like this is the one time where I'm just like, Jimmy, like, you're doing the wrong thing here. Like, seriously, you should go find a job. I mean, hell, ask Mike about the parking garage.
It's
you know?
it's like Howard told him though, or Howard called him Charlie Hustle.
Yeah,
he's a hustler. So I mean, hustle in the sense of like working hard, right? So then we see Nacho meeting up with Mike. Mike with Daniel Wormalt, the baseball. Well, we actually see Nacho just show up at his house.
Shows up, the baseball guy.
Yeah, he's so funny, dude. I
hate
love
that
him so much,
guy.
dude. The squat cobbler, dude. He's so funny.
He's such a fucking idiot.
He's like, he got through my alarm, because then he shows up at fucking Mike's place, like,
trying to hire him,
and he's just like, he got through my alarm system.
And Mike walks up and he doesn't even see him coming.
Yeah,
he's playing his little fucking handheld baseball game, and Mike walks up and tap tap tap. And he's like, "Oh hey!" It's like, oh,
and he's like, he got through my security system. Did you notice how many locks he had on his door too? He's like, just cut your phone line, or whatever. He's like,
unplug your phone line.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's it. That's it. So, and then we actually get to the actual meetup here, which I did jump over that scene though. Nacho's a little bit thrown off by, why is Mike here? Because Mike locks in on, like, wait, Nacho Varga, like, he's trying to get empty capsules, like, and he tries to talk him out of it and stuff, but then he starts thinking, he's like, what's this guy doing? What's he up to here? This is different.
But then he goes over and he opens the gas can and he confirms, like, oh, okay, he's not working for Gus.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's on his own. This has nothing to do with Gus. Not my pig, not my farm.
Yeah.
But I need some info from you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So, yeah. He warns that others are watching Hector and tells Nacho to switch the real pills back. So he kind of tries to talk him out of it all, right?
Tries to talk him out of it, but he also gives him some advice at the end. That switching the pills back and everything like that, that's how you don't get caught. Because if you switch the pills and he gets poisoned, and they are like, well, wait a minute, this is kind of the reaction if he took this. Well, what's wrong with these? Let's take a look at these pills. Hey, look, something happened.
Yeah.
Are there fingerprints on this bottle? Nacho, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, no.
Why
100%.
do you have fingerprints on his bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, Mike returns to the support group, talks to Anita about her husband who vanished while hiking and was never found.
Therapy group with Mike talking about the missing husband is going to weigh on him. There's a civilian that was killed because of the first truck.
So you caught. I actually missed that the first time watching it, because then he goes, into like the, gets the information from Nacho about, like, where was the civilian.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But you don't see that. You just say, I need some information. He flips open his book.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But this scene happens before it. So it's like, I should have put two and two together. I didn't realize it till the next.
Yeah, when
episode,
when it pays off.
When it pays off and everything. But 100% it's weighing on Mike here, because it's like, even from when the first time they told him, you could see that it affected him.
Yeah.
A civilian was killed because of him.
Oh, yeah, and I think that's still why he's even dealing with Hector.
That's why he wanted to kill Hector, is because innocent people are dying because of him.
Yeah, and it's his fault in his mind.
So he's revenge, right?
Yeah. So after community service, Jimmy's car won't start. The crew takes the bus to a music store. Doubtful owners basically kind of renege on everything, and then he ends up basically saying, I'll do it for free, but then you got to pay for the
foot traffic that comes in.
Yeah, whatever.
And more commercials.
Yeah, and more commercials. Yeah. So, and then, tries to pay the crew with the last of his cash, and that girl, man.
Aw.
She's sweet.
Yeah, I like her.
She's a sweetheart.
And then Jimmy with the insurance lady, the malpractice insurance. Is the last scene.
Santa Rosa Insurance. Jimmy learns there's no refund and his rates will jump 150%. He fake cries, pointedly name dropping Chuck, shaking hands, and courtroom meltdown, and walks out smirking as the agent takes notes. He's like, no, you can't write anything down.
I wrote this. Oh shit, is he sticking it to Chuck again? Yep, he is. Look at the face as he's walking out. Said so. I like when I write these notes.
When she's like, trying to like keep her eyes on him, but then she's clearly writing.
Like, what are you writing?
No, don't write.
Don't write. Yeah, I like these notes where I write like,
and then it pays off.
Is this what happening? And then later it pays off. I go back to my note and I add it. So
yeah, I'm assuming you were fist bumping. when you realize that he's setting Chuck up here?
I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna talk. Well, I'll hold my thoughts
but
off on this.
with this right here, with him exposing Chuck,
Yes.
did you assume that this is going to be this is going to be?
Well, yeah, because I was like, oh, is he fucking with Chuck again? Yep, he is. Look at the face on his face when he's walking out. Said so. But any further details about that, we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah. Then we got the last thing I've got here is they're at the bar. They first got together. Jimmy floats running real cons.
This is the credit card scene.
Kim plays along, but briefly shuts it down. And Jimmy insists
that he's just playing. He's
yeah.
just, we're just talking.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then he also, because then they also talk about the guilt of everything. And Chuck, Jimmy's like, no, this is all it's his own fault.
Yeah.
It's his own fault. It's not on
And that's
us.
where I'm saying I think there's a rift between Kim and Jimmy, because Jimmy has no
guilt.
No guilt with
No.
this. Chuck deserved it. Chuck got everything that he was doing. And Kim sees it as they took advantage of a mentally ill person.
Yeah. And as of this episode, Jimmy and Saul has more appearances on Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul combined, more than Walter and Jesse. So this now pushes him over the top, where he's now in more hours of this collective universe than Walter Jesse. So,
I mean, makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. So episode 8, Slip, cold open, Cicero flashback. Young Jimmy and Marco break into to the Shuttered family store and dig out Jimmy's coin collection, with Jimmy reframing his late father as a sucker. So kind of an interesting.
Jimmy talking about his dad again. I think this is where he learned to do whatever it takes to make money, because he saw what happens if you just try to do it the right way.
Yeah.
Is that his dad got taken for everything. The
Yeah.
store closed. They obviously lost their shirt and everything like that. So
Yeah. Yeah, and then using Nacho's coordinates, Mike takes the metal detector. We see him kind of do this whole fanning out.
Mike got the directions to the grave of the man who helped the truck driver. He is going to get him out so his family doesn't have to wonder. Just
Yeah.
like the
because of Anita. Yeah.
the woman.
Yeah. Then Chuck.
Is Anita someone? Is she anyone? Okay.
No.
Just Better Call
No.
Saul. Okay.
Yep. So Chuck works with Dr. Cruz to treat his EHS as psychological, and is cautioned not to push too hard too fast. He's kind of doing like the whole write notes, taking notes on his dreams, like all that kind of stuff. He's like focusing on colors and stuff. And now he's like
It's
He-
it's a mechanism for when you're feeling a
anxiety and stuff.
anxiety or something like that, is that you focus on it's actually someone gave one to my wife, I think is who it was. My wife was having some issues there before she got on her anxiety medication. It was like 5 things you can see, 3 things you can smell. No, 3 things you can touch, 1 thing you can smell.
Yeah.
And it was like it your mind's focusing on that. You don't
You divert it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and she warns him, don't try to push it too fast, which kind of gives you the vibe that he's probably trying to rush things a little bit.
He's
here,
Chuck.
so-
He doesn't listen to anyone who knows anything about anything.
Yeah. Now-
Chuck finally asked a question about whether or not his condition is real.
Yeah. Starting to question it now.
I caught that one and I was like, ooh, that's a heavy question for someone like Chuck.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you're taking the whole world out from under him.
Yeah.
So then we get the music store. The owners refuse to pay, so Jimmy has the camera keep rolling, stages a slip and fall, and blackmails them into buying all of his remaining ad slots, plus a signed guitar.
Oh, Slick Jimmy, there he is.
Slippin' Jimmy. Indeed.
That's what it is. Slippin'
Now-
Jimmy.
Fuck those guys, though.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude.
Cunts.
Yeah, absolute fucking assholes.
To renege on that, and they'd be like, "Oh, well, we can do it ourselves." It's like, dude, you had a verbal agreement, and
Yeah.
you shot a commercial for free for you.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Well, it's our commercial. We'll just replay that one." It's like, no,
No,
that commercial
it's-
belongs to me.
Intellectual property owned by Saul Goodman Associates.
Yeah.
Or not associates, but
Inc. or
Yeah, whatever.
LLC or
Yeah.
whatever.
So Kim hands Howard a check paying off her law school loans. He later confronts her over the HHM fallout.
Oh,
Sh-
back up a little bit.
Yeah.
The way that Howard walks up and is like, "Oh, this is one of our proteges. She started out as a nobody, and now
Oh.
she made so." That seemed really kind of underhanded by Howard. And that's why when you asked me how I felt about Howard, this was weighing on my mind.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
like making her seem like a nobody. Just like, that was so fucked up to do.
Yeah. And then
Especially in front of the client, like to be petty like that.
yeah.
Like, you're better than that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you lost, accept it,
Yeah.
you know? You got to take some on the chin. You're a lawyer. You are going to lose a case. It's going to
Yeah.
happen, right? No one has 100% case history, right? That
Yeah.
kind of thing. You're going to lose clients and everything like that. But for him to come over and just like underhand her like that,
Yeah.
especially Kim. Don't fuck with Kim.
And then she pays off the loan.
Oh,
Says,
yeah.
I don't feel good about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And he has a little bit of a reaction there too.
He does.
So and you know, he sees through her though, in the sense of like, you feel guilty, like I'm not going to absolve you type
Yeah.
thing. So good on him for at least seeing through because
Yeah.
yeah. And then,
But also at the same time, it's like I wouldn't want that over me either. If
but ultimately,
if this is how he's going to act, I'm gonna try and pay it off too. I get why Kim did that, because it's just like, there, I paid it back. Now you have nothing over me.
yeah. Then we see Nacho setting up.
Yeah.
So-
she doesn't owe them anything now, and Howard gave her a look at that at the end. Like, that's on you, Howard, kind of thing. So.
Oh yeah. No, you're right. She does get her one back. So then, Nacho, we see him grinding up kind of ibuprofen type thing. Basically, he's making duds. Rather than being a real nitroglycerin, they're just going to be nothing, basically. Yeah. So practices the lift, sabotages the restaurant's AC, so Hector removes his coat, then swaps the pill bottles, and he does like a lot of practicing. It's a good montage of seeing all this, work it out.
Trying to drop it into the coat and everything like that. Yeah. And his dad comes in and is like, hey, you're up early. It's like,
yeah, that's tough, man. And then hobbled by back pain on community service, Jimmy deduces a fellow worker is a dealer, sells him a deal to keep his hours, and bluffs the supervisor with a lawsuit threat.
Yeah.
So, Jimmy being Jimmy.
That was great.
And then realizing...
Again, I didn't like that guy to begin with, so seeing him...
Yeah. And then Mike, realizing he can't spend his robbery cash, Mike asks Gus to launder it. Gus warns of the difficulty, refuses to skim from Mike's family, and they shake on it. So, kind of starting down...
I like Gus's line about,
I'm not going to take your family's money.
I'm not going to take your family's money.
Yeah. Because he mentions like it's difficult. It's like, what, 20% difficult? He's like, I'm not taking your family's money.
Yeah.
So my trivia, the way Chuck went into...
Whoa. We got two scenes we missed here.
What?
Kim is taking on too much. She is going to mess up. That's one scene. The second client.
Oh, I thought I had notes for that for the next.
Is it the next? I think that this is where it's mentioned. Like the Mesa Verde people are like, hey, I got a friend and everything like that.
Maybe it's mentioned here, but we don't see.
Well, she's like, yeah, give him my number, because at first she doesn't, because it's at the lunch where Howard comes and underhands her.
You're right.
Because when he underhands her, she goes and writes the check. And then she's like, yeah, give him my number.
Okay, so we did.
That.
We did miss the end of that scene with the.
But then also there's the scene where Nacho goes up on the roof and he's messing with something.
Yeah,
he's messing with the AC.
Which
makes Hector take off his jacket, and that whole scene.
Oh God, dude!
Where he's swapping out and everything, like, oh my God, that's so intense. He loses one of the pills down by his crotch.
Oh my
dude,
God.
sometimes that's like
drops the
into
money
the fucking void. And
oh
everything.
My God, dude!
But he puts the money in and drops the pills into the other pocket and just taps it close. It's right there. He could very easily. Then he walks past and just into the pocket. Oh, so smooth.
Tense though. I don't think I breathe anytime I watch that scene. So I did really kind of wrap that all up into one note. But yeah. The trivia, the way Chuck went into the grocery store and nearly has a nervous breakdown is reminiscent of how Walt strips naked and faints in the store in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
In the previous episode, Mike agreed to Nacho and Daniel's exchange once Nacho showed him the money and gave him one more thing, which Mike pulled out a pad and pencil in anticipation. It is revealed in this episode that Mike asked Nacho to give the GPS coordinates where the Good Samaritan was buried, so he can get, get it turned over because of the Anita. So episode 9, Fall, cold open.
I did want to say that these two scenes here at the very end are in very important episodes. Scenes to end the episode is what sorry. Two very important scenes to end the episode. You have the scene with Mike and Gus about working together.
Yeah.
And then you also have Jimmy with the community service guy getting one over on him.
Yeah. Both of them are going
small success, but it's going to go to his head to do more bad things. He's going to get in some hot water and lose Kim. That's my prediction there.
Okay.
So, yeah, episode 9.
Yeah, and then a big one for sure with Mike, because that's like you're starting down that Faustian.
That's it.
That Faustian bargain, right? So yeah, cold open. Jimmy pushes Irene to accept the Sandpiper settlement, and calculates outside that his cut would be $1.16 million.
That's his cut. Oh, I misread that.
No, that's his cut.
Oh, okay. I want to know how much she was offered. Is Davis and Maine dragging it out to bleed fees out of the customer? We get hints of that later in this episode and the next episode, where he's like, this is what the lawyers get. This is how much more you get, and everything like that to the other girls.
Yeah.
Other ladies, sorry.
Yeah.
And then Aaron is the one who refused to let Jimmy give the bear to the clerk, right? The little stickler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
I thought it was $1,160,000 per customer, but that's just what Jimmy's getting.
That's just his cut of because he's going to get like almost like a finder's fee for like bringing it to the two
bringing
law
it
firms.
to the law firms. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we got at Madrigal in Houston, Mike meets Lydia to set up
Did
his...
a man fly past Mike on a fucking Segway? Or am I just in a fever dream?
2003, man.
Yeah,
2003.
Like, what the hell?
So she's setting up a no-show security consultant cover. She tells him that Gus is far more than a drug dealer because he's just like, yeah, you know. And he's like, have you ever done this before? She's like, no, I've never done this. Like,
one of my favorite lines in the whole series so far. This is a German company, and the Germans love a good audit.
Yeah. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. So, if you have any notes, because I'm just jumping here.
Yep.
Insurance rep tells Chuck and Howard they're doubling the firm's premiums over Chuck's condition, offering to raise only if his work's is supervised. That's the only way they're going to, whatever.
I thought they were going to raise Chuck's premiums. That's why I was like, oh, Jimmy,
because
you're just sticking it to Chuck again. No, they raised the entire companies because he's a partner.
He's a named partner.
Yeah.
Partner's one thing, but named partner, like that. And they're basically just like, yeah, we'll keep your, like, you know, whatever lower if you want to, like, but you always have to have another partner on everyone. So it's like you basically double.
Yeah, that's what, and the Howard points out, he's like, so we have to have two partners on every case that Chuck works on.
Yeah. So yeah.
And Chuck making the decision without anything with Howard is just like further proof that how he thinks of Howard.
And he threatens to sue. He's like, if you're threatening lawsuits, this is the end of the conversation.
I guess it's over.
Yeah. So Howard floats a face-saving exit as a lecturer and a partner emeritus. Chuck realizes he's being pushed out and turns furious, and Howard says he can no longer trust Chuck's judgment. I have to imagine this might be your favorite Howard scene so far.
Probably one of my all-time favorite scenes.
I can't do business with someone I can't trust.
I can't trust their judgment. It's not that he doesn't trust Chuck initially, but the fact
his judgment. I'm sorry, I'm jumping to the next.
Yeah, he doesn't trust his judgment and everything like that. And it's just like, it's so true though.
Yeah,
like look how this is season 3. This is getting close to the end of season 3. So 3 seasons. Look at how much shit HHM has had to do just because of Chuck.
Oh yeah,
and I'm not talking about his condition. Leave his condition completely out. The cell phones, the lights, and all that shit when he comes into the office. I'm talking strictly about the shit with how they treat Jimmy, everything that's gone on with Jimmy, the whole disbarring and everything like that. You're taking 2 partners away from cases that actually earn money. This doesn't earn the company any money.
100%. And also, like, does Kim leave HHM if Jimmy is like a fallen attorney there?
No.
So you now have all that.
And you would not have lost Mesa Verde.
I mean, there's an argument to maybe that Mesa Verde wouldn't have happened because she wouldn't have been put in the doghouse if Jimmy was an attorney. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Mesa Verde only became because she was trying to get herself out of doc review. So maybe that doesn't come. But either way, the 2 attorneys you have there, they're going to print you money.
Right.
So, yeah, 100%.
The fact that that Chuck just throws that away.
Yeah.
You know?
So then we see Kim meeting Billy Gatwood in a remote minefield or oil field minefield, leaving her car nearly in park and nearly rolls and runs into something. She's scattered, man.
It's her tire spinning. It's stuck in the sand, like the dirt and everything like that. And so she puts wood under it and she gets behind it and she pushes it. And that's where it almost runs into the oil derrick.
Yeah.
This oil guy, I like him. I don't know why, but I always pictured like rich guys to be like assholes. The 2 here with like Mesa Verde and this guy, they just seem like good old boys or something.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I gotta go fix something over on the South 40, you know, that kind of thing. And like,
yeah.
But then also like it makes me want to. There's two things here in episode 9 and episode 10. I just want to know how this works. Like I've seen those things my entire life out there. Just like.
I mean, The Simpsons taught me it's like straws, but I don't know how I don't know the mechanics.
I've never looked into how it works and everything, so it's just like there's something in episode 10 too. The same thing. I'm just like, I want to know how this works.
I still did a poor job of this because it looks like we're gonna run a little long. So
I don't care. We're going.
So Jimmy corners Howard in the garage, urging an immediate settlement. Howard sees right through the payout motive and warns him off any tricks. So this is kind of a
honestly, it never. I missed it when Jimmy was doing the math. I thought that was the customer's payout. And
so you interpreted the whole thing.
This is the scene where I realized that Jimmy's going for the payout. I've forgotten about that. So like, I was really kind of confused why Howard was being such a prick. And then I'm like, oh,
because ultimately
Jimmy's only doing that for the payout.
Yeah. So ultimately they can get a lot more for these clients. It's not them just trying to be like, there's a process to a class action lawsuit.
Yes,
Jimmy's trying to get it haywired because he wants a payout now.
Yeah, he wants it expedited. He wants it fast because he needs money.
Yeah,
and 1.6 million is going to be plenty
to
to
last
hold
a
him
year.
over and everything
For a
like that.
year,
And
yeah.
honestly, it might even hold him over for a lot longer than a year.
Yeah, 100%.
And everything. But if he has
Yeah.
to wait, there's going to be a lot more issues.
Yeah. So we get Bolsa phones Hector that Eladio wants Gus's trucks handling all transportation permanently. And this spirals fucking Hector, smashes his phone, and his heart acts up.
He says that they can fuck off, basically, like fuck them.
Yeah.
I'm so confused by this scene. Hector held Gus's restaurant hostage to get this. And now it's working and he's mad?
Well, yeah, because he wanted a temporary thing. Now Eladio's saying nothing is going across the border now from now on forever, except for through Los Pollos Hermanos trucks.
But he
So
still keeps like his territory and stuff like that.
It's
so
a pride thing, because now he can't set up a new front, and he's not going to be able to control his own destiny. He is now always going to be at the behest of Gus. He's always going to be at Gus's mercy.
Oh, okay.
So like, there's just like, because
he doesn't like Gus.
He just wanted to get a stopgap until he can get his next thing set up, which is the laundry, right? Or not the laundry, the upholstery. Nacho's dad. And once he gets that set up, because you buy your leather from Mexico. Awesome, perfect. There it is.
And he's like, no, it's a legitimate business.
But now,
don't do my dad.
Yeah, but now Eladio's saying, nope, everything goes through Los Pollos Hermanos forevermore. That is the fucking law. So, and this freaks him out, obviously. So,
yeah.
And he starts to act. His heart acts up, but the fake pills aren't really doing anything. Kind of giving us a little bit of a taste here. Jimmy gives Irene a bunch of some expensive running shoes, and then uses them to turn the forensic. Dude. You are telling me, man, this is the hardest shit of the entire, I think of all of it. Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, this is the worst shit. I fast forwarded it. I won't watch this stuff anymore.
I put, Jimmy, don't do it. Wait for the money. Don't get in trouble. Just get a damn job. Go work at a grocery store for 10 months.
But to turn the people on Irene, and Irene is the sweetest. Oh my God.
I was on Jimmy's. Oh, it's Irene? I thought it was Eileen. I'm sorry.
No, Irene, yeah.
I was on Jimmy's side for the most part of 3 seasons with what he was doing and schemes and everything. He wasn't really hurting anyone and everything like that. But this is starting to rub me the wrong way.
Dude.
I put Eileen. Irene did nothing to deserve this.
And she is the sweetest.
And she's so sweet.
Lady, yeah. So this, like I said, I can't even watch this. When I would do rewatches, I just fast forward past this later Irene stuff in this for this season. I just can't watch it. It's fucking heartbreaking, man. Yeah, and then Nacho confesses to Manuel that he's back with the Salamancas and Hector wants to use the shop, and he begs him to comply, but Manuel refuses and throws him out. Says, "Get the fuck out of my shop."
Yep.
So this is
house. It's his house.
Or it's the house, that's right. Yeah. Drinking milk.
Yep. Milk. I love milk.
So does Homelander.
Milk is a choice on a hot day in a phone booth.
Milk was a bad choice.
Milk was a bad choice.
So expecting a resignation, Howard opens Chuck's envelope to find a breach of contract lawsuit.
Should have read it first.
Chuck vows to fight and threatens to liquidate the firm for roughly $8 million share.
Suing his own firm. How fucking low, dude.
And Howard leaves, and he's still visibly struggling. Like, because he thought like, oh, let's pop the champagne, let's get a good place for a retirement.
Yep.
And he reads it, and
he goes over and he talks to him, and Howard now sees Chuck for who he really is, for who Jimmy's brother is. Like, this is how he's treated Jimmy this whole time. Is like, like, I'm better than you.
Yeah.
And everything. Like, Howard had a degree of that because Chuck never respected him, never treats him as an equal. We saw that in just like the threatening lawsuit with like the insurance people. But this right here, this is full on in the face.
Oh, 100%. But one thing I will say about what you said that earlier, I didn't really answer back. One thing I will mention though, Howard is the kid. So it was Chuck and the dad.
I know.
And so like I kind of understand why Chuck might kind of see Howard as not really an equal, because like, you're just kind of the Nepo baby. Like,
but who's running the fucking firm while Chuck's out being insane?
I know, but it's like the whole thing of like, parents will never take a kid's advice, because it's like if they change your diaper, they're not going to ever take anything you say seriously or take your advice, right? You have parents, know what that looks like. So
that's a terrible way to be.
But that's the way. It's just a reality, and it's like it's probably where Chuck's coming from is the fact of like, he saw this sniveling kid. He probably knew him when he was just a kid in fucking high school or college.
He helped him. He helped him pass the bar. He says that.
Yeah. So it's just like, he's just probably never, and it is somewhat Chuck being Chuck, but it's like, I don't think he's ever going to be able to see Howard as a true equal.
And then he used faking being better.
Yeah.
Man, fuck Chuck.
Grabs the light and
fuck Chuck. Retire, you scumbag.
Yeah, and he's like, and what does Howard say something like, this isn't normal or whatever? Yeah, just good stuff.
And then I know you don't want to talk about it, but man, Jimmy is doing too much with Bingo. That is too
Oh
mean.
God, dude.
That is too mean. That poor woman, and then like the scene with her crying.
Oh
That's too
no,
damn
we
mean.
could definitely cover it. I'm just telling you
Oh.
from my perspective, dude. This, like, I completely turned on
Oh.
Jimmy watching this when it first came out, man. It's
I will say, jumping ahead a little bit, he does make it right.
yeah, but it took some time as a watcher in real time
Yeah.
to get to that. So,
I mean, it's only one episode later, that
Which
he
is a
makes it
week.
right? So,
which is
yeah,
a week.
That's still that's some characters. Chuck's never made anything right. So
Yeah. So yeah, Jimmy comes home with the tequila, but a distracted Kim is rushing to Gatwood. He does a shot
dude,
with
he needs to
Francesca
listen
instead.
to her. Like, it's so fucking frustrating when she's like, "I'm late. Tell me later."
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So,
And then the jump scare.
oh my god, it made me
Did it
jump
get you?
so bad, so bad. Well, here's the thing, okay. So I told you that
Because it's the most nondescript driving
Yeah.
scene. It's just
I told you that I watched episode 10 this morning. So I always wake up earlier than my wife and my daughter. So what I've discovered is that I was missing things when I was watching it on my TV. So for episodes 8, 9, and 10, 8 and 9 I watched yesterday morning. I watched it on my computer with my headphones on.
okay. Yeah, and what a fucking filmmaking.
What a beauty.
Just
oh, what a
because
beautiful
you put
shot.
us in her perspective.
Yeah, she's
right?
talking.
Like
She's there, and the next second
it's just slam crash bang. Yeah,
Yep.
just wild.
comes
so-
out. She's holding her arm. Her papers are fucking everywhere.
Yeah. So
Oh.
there is this in the mall during the mall walking scene. There is a store called Crazy 8. Many fans thought this is a reference to Crazy 8, even though it's spelled like real crazy. This is a coincidence. This is actually a real legitimate fucking store that really
Yep.
exists in the world.
Yeah.
So has nothing to do with Crazy 8, the drug dealer. In an interview, Peter Gould explained that the writers hesitated on whether to show Kim getting out of the car after the accident in this episode. The viewers would then have to wait till next week in anguish to know if Kim survived.
Oh.
And out of respect for the audience, the idea was eventually rejected, so they let her get out of the car in this episode.
Hey, you know what?
Good on him. Good. Because my God,
Yeah.
Because dude, she's not in Breaking Bad. If they would have left that week, dude,
That's where you think that she's dead.
she's dead.
That's where she died. Is that a fucking car
Oh
crash?
my God, dude.
Dude, honestly, I would not have hated it.
Oh, I as one that watched
I
week to
don't-
week, I would have.
I don't know what comes next with Kim and what happens and where it ends and everything like that.
Oh, you're saying if she died?
If she had died there,
Oh.
honestly, if that's how she goes, oh, thank God, it's not Jimmy
It's
that
not
did
Jimmy's fault.
it. Yeah.
I get that, and I actually think that there was some talk about that where it's just like if she's gone, just don't let it be Jimmy's fault.
Yeah.
Like that was like the prevailing
Yeah.
thought. So Howard's saying that Chuck that he can't be partners with someone whose judgment he doesn't trust.
That's where it is, yeah.
Yeah, echoes Gus at the first refusing to work with Walt in Breaking Bad. You have poor judgment. I can't work with someone with poor judgment. So it's another echo there. When Jimmy returns to Wexler McGill's office with a bottle of Zafiro Año tequila, he's wearing a red, white, and blue striped tie on which he's written "We the People," which this is obviously a huge allusion to Breaking Bad because it's very reminiscent of the future.
Right.
So then we got episode 10, Lantern. Now here's the thing. Going into this episode, man, when it aired, because there were allusions earlier in the series entirely, and then there's the "I'll burn this place to the ground" comment earlier in this season
Yeah.
with the tape, and then there's always allusions to lanterns and newspapers. There was a fan theory pretty much into season 2 that like Chuck is going to fucking burn alive. Like this is going to be.
Well, Jimmy brings it up in the disbarring trial about he's got lanterns sitting on top of newspapers.
So there's all these hints throughout. So it's like,
Yeah.
dude, when they announced this episode is titled Lantern, oh my fucking God, dude.
the internet went.
And everyone is like, but here's the thing. Spoiler alert, we know how this ends. Nobody expected
how it happened.
people expected that he was going to die in a fire. That was just, again, there was
Yeah.
some illusions even in previous seasons where it's just like the lanterns, the newspapers. There's just the doctor called it out when they brought him to the hospital. She's like he's got newspapers and like lanterns. Like this is a considerable safety hazard. Like you
Yeah.
need to commit him and stuff. So it's like this is a long running. So when this was called Lantern, dude, oh my God, this blew people's fucking minds. So cold open 1965 flashback. Young adult Chuck reads Mabel to small Jimmy by a lantern in the yard in a backyard tent. So kind of a interesting start here.
That's why it's named Lantern.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
the hissing lantern as we go
Yes.
here. So Kim gets her arm cast.
Poor Kim.
And that night, she sees she and Jimmy return to the crash site together to grab the scattered documents. She's sitting in the car as he's trying to get... Dude, and what a mess, dude.
Oh, it's a lot
What
of
a
paper.
fucking mess.
It's a lot of paper.
Yeah. Wait for the iPad era where you wouldn't necessarily
I
have
know.
as
He was
much...
like, here's the contract. It's on your iPad. I sent you the PDF.
Yeah. My last car purchase was way easier with iPads versus fucking
Yeah?
documents. Oh, it's like, hey, sign your name once, and then the rest of the way through, you're just going to click where you're putting your name that you've already signed.
Oh.
So easy, dude. So
Oh.
easy. So easy. So Chuck offers a conciliatory handshake to end his lawsuit, but Howard clears the room, calls him out for his vendetta, and hands him a $3 million check out of his own pocket, erasing the leverage, and says this is the first of 3 payments
Damn.
as per the agreement. And
Fuck. Chuck.
so checkmate.
Chuck is such a liar. He's willing to destroy the firm he helped create. That is why he's filed the breach of contract lawsuit.
Which is what he says here. He's like, this is going to bankrupt the firm.
Yeah.
You're liquidating the firm.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Howard is right. Chuck suing is betrayal. Oh shit, he's going to pay out of his own pocket for Chuck to go away.
including some loans. he
Now
says.
Chuck gets exactly what he wanted. He is bought out. Howard called his bluff beautifully.
Oh,
Fuck Chuck.
oh man! And then Chuck is made to watch as Howard announces his retirement to the applauding staff. And dude, the look on Chuck's face.
I love it.
And then when Howard just gives him that fucking look right.
Oh
before
yeah, and Howard stops clapping before anyone else, and then he just turns and walks away. Oh,
so beautiful.
Mwah.
So beautiful, man. And then at home, Jimmy says he'll give up the office and blames himself for Kim's overwork. She insists the crash was her own choice, and he promises to fix things. So
Jimmy offers ibuprofen or the good,
good
stuff,
stuff.
and she says always the good stuff. I fucking hate pain, that kind of pain medication.
oh, it's
I took it once after I had my appendix out. I hated how it
dude,
made me
it's pretty
feel.
much heroin.
I hate it. I hated it.
Did you know that like there's a good chunk of like heroin usage that's actually like legitimate like housewives and shit that like get on these or not barbiturates but these
opioids?
opioids,
Yeah.
and then they get cut off by their doctor and they end up going on the street and buying fucking heroin because that's literally this
Yeah.
like so yeah no 100%.
Yeah.
I'm not even if I've taken one time in my life because I always get given them and
Yeah.
I'm just like I'm not.
I got
not.
I got a serious one after my appendix was out, and they're like, you're gonna be really sore in your stomach area. Take it as needed. And I went home that day, and the next day I was in so much pain. I was like, yeah, I'll try one. I fucking hate it. I
Yeah.
hated how I felt.
I can live on 800 milligram or 1,000 milligram ibuprofens because I think one time I take it because I'm just not.
I'd rather have the pain.
And I have a high pain threshold too, but yeah. So Hector tours Manuel's shop, offers cash. Manuel refuses it until Nacho warns loved ones can be hurt, and Hector tells Nacho he still doesn't trust him. So this is a fucking brutal scene, man.
Yeah.
His dad is just too fucking prideful.
Don Hector doesn't trust Nacho's dad. I get why Nacho isn't wanting Hector in there.
Yeah.
Like, no.
No, yeah, because he knows his
'Cause
dad too.
You know
right?
what's an easier way to do it is you replace the person who's running the shop in a tragic accident with the son who's already employed by you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, which is what Nacho's been fearing. So Francesca brings Kim a get well gifts and notes how lucky she was. Kim,
that was Francesca.
yeah. Kim cancels her
Ooh.
Gatward deadline and meetings and goes to Blockbuster to rent
I
movies.
said, Kim, you don't start again. You need to help or slow down. One or both.
yeah.
And then she's like, nope. And I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, 100%.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, Blockbuster. Flashbacks. Jimmy checks on Chuck to find the house is re-electrified and tries to make amends. Chuck coldly tells him he never mattered. And a crushed Jimmy leaves as Chuck kills the breakers and lies. So there's kind of a progression of a scene here. But
Here it is.
Hey, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but in truth, you've never mattered that much to me.
Here it is. See, Chuck fucking, I have this in all caps. See, Chuck fucking hates Jimmy and won't ever love him. Never mattered all that much to me, but this is the death note for Chuck. I don't care if he is right about Jimmy, he could have been different, and Chuck is partially responsible for how he is. It is people like him that die alone and then wonder why. They can never understand how they're all alone when they treat their loved ones and friends and family and all of that like this. And this is exactly why I can never, ever be on the whole like, well, Chuck was right about Jimmy. It's like, yeah, because Chuck made Jimmy. Imagine if this is how he treated him his whole life.
Yeah, which he certainly did, right?
I never loved you. I never cared about you. You never mattered to me. Like, can you imagine if your family member says that to you
Yeah.
after everything that Jimmy did for him?
And he holds Jimmy holds him in such high regard that is literally like the worst possible thing that he could say, right? And here's the thing.
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed times a billion.
Well, and here's the thing, and like, sad to say this, like, I have this superpower, but there is a superpower I had, and I made terrible use of it when I was a teenager, unfortunately. But I would know exactly what to say to absolutely just fucking.
He is
Just-
very good at it.
And I was terrible with it as a kid, like I said, as a teenager and stuff. But I had that superpower, and it's like there's part of me that wonders, does Chuck really feel that way, or does he just know this is the absolute worst thing I can say to him? Is this the thing I know that would just fucking destroy him?
I don't. I don't think so. I think Chuck is.
Because here's the thing. He could have put him in jail. There's a number of different times throughout this show that Chuck has genuinely been like, I just want him disbarred or out of law. Beyond that, I have no ill. So there is part of me that wonders, like, is this real? I don't know. And it's the coldest line. I mean, it's literally one of the worst lines I've ever seen in a movie or TV. It's up there as like one of the worst, most brutal lines. But there's always been part of me that's wondered, like, does he truly feel that way, or is this literally because he knows this is the way I can hurt you the absolute worst?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess there's no way to know for sure. He certainly.
I think, based off of what happens with the rest of this episode, that he feels that way and he regrets saying it, which is why things happen the way that they do, because he's getting better. He is.
Yeah.
And then he relapses.
Yeah, he backs.
Why does he? Why? What happened?
He's pushing too hard.
He had the scene with Jimmy.
Yeah.
He admits it to Jimmy, and when he hears it out loud, he realizes, oh, I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's.
I think he can't sleep and everything.
Yeah.
I honestly believe that that's what it is with Chuck, is that he's never. It's just like his condition. What if it's not real? He says that a few episodes ago to the doctor that he's working with. What if I never treated my brother right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, you never mattered to me.
Yeah.
Shows that he never did.
Yeah.
He never cared about Jimmy. And so when he has that realization, because he might have said that without thinking. And when you go back and we've all done this. You go back and you replay what you said. And you're like, fuck, I really said that. Did I really mean it? And I think that's where Chuck realizes that he did mean it.
Yeah.
And that's where he has it's like someone held up a mirror then.
Yeah.
And he realizes what he's looking at and who he's become. And I think that's why Chuck spirals.
Yeah, could be. So Jimmy brings Irene a cake and balloons, but her friends are still cold. So he sits so he basically figures out that she's just crushed, right? And then he does make amends here with this yoga group. Praises him, disparages, and he uses Aaron too.
Yeah.
Which is great. So, and
he's like, you were great. She's like, I meant every fucking word. Like,
yeah,
oh.
Yeah. Oof.
I mean,
at least he did the right thing, but my God, man, that's tough to watch those, the Irene stuff. I've rewatched it at least once, but after that I was just like, I'm not doing that again. I'm just going to fast forward past those scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So, then we get back to Chuck, convinced the meter is still running. Chuck tears his house apart, disconnects the phone, cancels Dr. Cruz, rips open the walls, and eventually smashes the meter with the baseball bat. Because this is a fucking...
Yeah, I have a few notes here. Chuck is relapsing. Well, now I want to know how power meters work with like the disc turning. Yeah. I've never seen that.
I actually wondered, like, does it actually stop when there's no power, or does it always just spin?
So I looked it up. It always spins.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, is he just, or here's
what it is, how it described it. And I AI overview for Google on this one. All right, don't hold me to it. Is that as it's spinning, it's detecting watts and volts and stuff like that, and it puts it onto the plate, which is where your number goes up. And so when the power company comes out, they read the meter and it's like, okay, that much, that's how much your power bill is, kind of thing. So
yeah.
So it's gonna run.
Yeah. But here's the thing. There's a few things that happen because this is still speculated on. One, is it actually turning?
Or is that
or is it in his head?
Oh.
Two, did Mike plant something that's tapping in? That's been a theory for a long time.
Okay.
Because Mike tapped shit with Walt and stuff, and it's like, did he put something on that was literally just in some way that was outside of it all that would have kept shit ticking a little bit? So those are some speculations that
and then I have two notes here with Chuck. Probably the most unrealistic thing about this show is the idea of Chuck surviving a New Mexico summer without air conditioning. That is a very hot state.
Yeah.
No AC. That is
But that's been the reality of the whole show, pretty much.
that's
so.
I know. It dawned on me here because he's all sweaty from
Working.
busting holes in it and
Yeah.
everything like that. Houses get very hot. We live in a desert. We're not as hot as New Mexico. That's probably like, how did Chuck survive the summer without
Yeah.
dying of heat exhaustion, you know?
There's a lot of trees and stuff, so there's probably just a lot of natural. You see him
Shade.
open windows quite
Yeah.
a bit, so there's windows open, a lot of shade around the house. It is a bigger house, and a lot of times vaulted ceilings and stuff.
Yeah.
Like in ancient days, they actually had vaulted ceilings because it would help cold air and stuff.
Yeah,
so it's like
it's
it's pretty much everything that would have existed pre-air conditioning.
Yeah.
So
And then Chuck smashes the meter with a baseball bat. That's
Yeah.
a crime.
oh yeah, I mean
He's
it's
no better than Jimmy now.
I mean at this point, I don't think he's really thinking about that. I think he's kind of.
I'm just pointing out everyone who says that Chuck was right and everything like that.
I mean
he's just a petty criminal too.
He did steal a newspaper too.
Yeah.
So, position to ambush Hector, but boxed out. Nacho instead watches Gus and Bolsa arrive, because he's gonna go and just fucking off him.
Yeah.
So, but then the fucking
Dude,
cars
patience,
roll
my
up.
guy.
Yeah, cars roll up. Bolsa affirms Gus's trucks will run all transports, and Hector goes on a fucking rage. Like, just says "fuck Eladio," and it's like, you watch what you
Ooh,
say. You know,
yeah.
like you're talking. Now,
See, this is where I was confused. Is like he shows up with Gus again, but
yeah,
then there's the line from him like, "Why is he here?" And
yeah.
it's like, "Oh, wait, are they not like partners? Like what's going on here and everything like
yeah,
that?"
no,
So-
he's lieutenant. Yeah, so it's just like, oh
And
man,
then he says that line. He's like, "Hey, you watch your mouth," and it's like, "Oh,
yeah.
he could suck me," and I was like, "Oh, fuck!" And then
Yeah.
down goes Hector.
Down goes Hector, collapses. Gus tells Bolsa you can't be here, and he tells one of the goons like call 911.
Hide the guns.
And it's like, hide the guns. Like you can't be here when they get here type thing. Because it's like,
Yeah.
because I have a feeling like it's funny because like throughout the whole thing, Salamancas have a reputation. Even
Mhm.
like his
Mhm.
Nacho's dad knew when he said Salamancas, he reacted.
He knew.
Like so, it's like
Yeah.
they're known. And like, you know, and like Bolsa's probably one that's known well enough too, where it's like, you can't be here. Like, you
Yeah.
gotta be gone. So, and he starts to perform CPR to keep Hector alive. Nacho swaps the real meds back and hands the paramedics the original bottle as Gus watches him with suspicion.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think that Gus just wanted to save him because he wanted to be the one to kill
Oh,
him.
100%. There's
Yeah.
no question on that at all. Like it has to be him, just like he stopped Mike.
Yep.
For him, it's not good enough that that Hector's dead.
Yeah.
It's got to be him.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, then we already kind of talked about the yoga scene.
Jimmy cost himself over $1 million, but he did the right thing.
Yeah, 100%. Helped out Irene there.
Yeah.
Got the friends fixed back up. Then Jimmy and Clem clear out the office, lay off Francesca. Jimmy tosses his Rolex. Kim fishes it back out,
Rolodex.
or Rolodex. I'm sorry,
Not his
Rolex.
watch.
Yeah. Kim fishes it back out, and they leave.
Says you never know.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, I do because I've seen Breaking Bad. And
Yeah.
he doesn't work with old people.
No.
So, and that night, Chuck, his house wrecked, himself wrapped in a space blanket. Don't know what's going on until a little bit into the scene, but
Yeah, just hearing this thud, thud, thud.
yeah, and then the reveal.
Kicks over the lantern,
kicking-
slips off the table, and we see a fire. And I just, Chuck killed himself? ? No, he's gonna run out at the start of the next season, or someone is gonna come in and save him. I just have a feeling.
Yeah. So, this so that's. I mean, my God, what a fucking ending, dude! And just to now 6 month wait for the next. You know what I mean? As a normal watcher, like I know,
Yeah.
or a year, I guess. You it's only gonna be a few months, but like yeah, for me, as like a year, it's like what the fuck, dude? Because I mean, there was speculation stuff. Now, what's your thought then?
That's my thought. Is honestly, I don't think that he's gonna die.
Okay.
I think that they're going to, like I said, I think he's going to come to his senses. He can't kill himself. He's going to run out of the house. Like if I had seen the entire house engulfed in flames and the fire trucks were there and they pulled out a dead body,
It cut at a perfect time, dude.
cut at a perfect time to leave the speculation that he
Yeah.
could still get out or someone could still get him out.
Yeah.
So I don't think that he's dead.
So here, okay, so that's also one of my trivia notes. First season finale of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul that was not written by Vince Gilligan or Peter Gould.
Still pretty good.
different writer here. So that's
Still pretty
interesting.
good.
And here's the thing that added to our speculation for those of us that were watching real time. I don't know if it was on the actual streaming or not.
Yeah.
A toll-free number for the National Suicide Hotline Prevention was put on screen before the end credits. I don't know if that was on.
It was not.
Okay, it wasn't in real time when they aired it on TV.
Yeah,
So.
he doesn't die.
What's that?
He doesn't die. Otherwise, they would have left it up.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this.
Dude, you got to tell me. Just tell me. Just tell me, because otherwise, I'm going to look it up. I'm not going to make it until August. I'm not gonna make it a month. You got to tell me.
He is dead.
He is dead.
The actor confirmed it with an interview with like the New York Times very shortly after the episode. So it
would have been exactly like if I had watched.
Yeah,
okay.
there wasn't a lot of time to speculate with that interview. First main character of Better Call Saul to die.
Wow.
Charles McGill. So
wait, I get 3 seasons without Chuck?
I mean, there are flashbacks.
Ah, damn it.
This episode explains what led to Hector suffering the stroke, which would have him permanently disabled throughout the rest of the Breaking
I was
Bad.
wondering if that's what puts him in the chair with the bell.
Yeah. Ding. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the scene where Chuck tears his house apart resembles the scene where Mike dismantles a car earlier on the first episode. So it's a little callback there. This is only the second episode in which Mike does not appear. This is also the only episode where Gus appears, but Mike does not.
Oh.
So that's kind of an interesting one. In the episode teaser, we see a teenage Chuck reading to young Jimmy the Adventures of Mabel, something that was first referenced in the season premiere. 2 important elements in this episode are also visible in the tent: a lantern and a baseball bat. So a little bit of foreshadowing there.
Yeah.
While trying to resuscitate Hector, Gus utters the phrase "No te muertes cabrona" multiple times. This translates from Spanish, "Don't you die, you bastard." In the original Netflix release, this was not subtitled. It just says Gus speaking Spanish, but it was later rectified. And then it does show that on.
That's why I was like, Gus wants him for himself.
Oh, okay.
Because I saw the subtitles. I watch with subtitles.
Okay.
I have to.
Okay.
There's certain times where people talk, and I'm just like, what the fuck did they say?
Yeah, 100%. When Chuck is breaking down his bookshelf, there is a camera angle that resembles the Here's Johnny from The Shining. I'm assuming you noticed that.
Uh-huh.
So, in Alpine Shepherd Boy, the 5th episode of the first season, Dr. Cruz tries to alert Jimmy that Chuck is suffering from mental illness and is a danger to himself. In particular, she warns that the gas lanterns could set the house on fire, which I already alluded to. But So yeah, there's that. In the whole third season, there's less subtle clues foreshadowing Chuck's final act, often made with gas lanterns in the center stage. In Mabel, the title is a reference to the Adventures of Mabel, which is a book that Chuck and Jimmy's mom read to them as children. The author, Harriet Thurston Peck, committed suicide following a professional disgrace. So there's a little bit of a built in there. Witness, the episode Witness, the lantern is prominently seen as Chuck and his private investigator are waiting inside the house for Jimmy to steal the confession tape, and Jimmy threatens to burn the house down when grilling Chuck about the location of the possible second tape. In Sunk Cost, while waiting for the police to take him into custody, Jimmy predicts that Chuck will alienate everyone he knows and die alone, being overwhelmed by his EHS.
And he is.
Sabritos, Mike is hired by Jimmy and Kim to take photos of Chuck's house to present to Rebecca. One of these photos is a lantern sitting atop a bunch of newspapers, which Jimmy takes special note to point out when they're at dinner, while they're at the diner to make the exchange. He points out to Mike, "Oh, look at that, bunch of newspapers with the lantern." In Chicanery, Jimmy presents the said photo during the hearing. In the flashback at the beginning of the episode, where the camera zooms in on the lantern, Chuck is reading. While it's reading, it goes in on the lantern, and that's like the focus of the scene as it ends as the lantern.
Yeah.
And then the episode is and then this episode is shown where he's getting better was titled Slip, and the episode where whatever is Fall. So Slip and Fall, like it's kind of telegramming like this isn't going to work.
Yeah.
His recovery is not going to work. So your predictions then, any predictions otherwise then? Now, I've kind of solved the Chuck thing, but beyond that, any predictions going forward?
So Hector's going to this is Hector's wheelchair now. So I wonder if we're going to get a little bit more with Gus and Mike. And then it's still, I don't know how Jimmy becomes Saul then. Because I always thought it was with Gus, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be. So I'm very curious how that's going to happen.
Okay.
And then something's going to happen to Taco, too.
Nacho.
I keep calling him Taco. I did it in my notes, too.
Oh, yeah. Something's
going Something's got to happen to Nacho because he's not in Breaking Bad.
Because you also have the twins
Yeah.
that are going to be sniffing around now that old Hector has a medical emergency. So, and then how do you think the Chuck thing is going to affect Jimmy?
I think he's going to be upset, but I think it's going to affect Kim more.
Okay.
After what Chuck said to him,
Jimmy,
I
but
think that
Kim-
Jimmy's just kind of accepted Chuck is Chuck. We're not brothers, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But Kim seems really upset with how things went with Chuck, and then he commits suicide.
Yeah.
I think, well, are they going to know that it's suicide, though? Or are they just going to assume that it's a tragic accident kind of thing?
That is a good question.
So,
Because there's been a lot of brought up about the fact that there's a lot of danger inherently. So
right. But the problem is that, okay, so remove that scene where you see inside the...
yeah,
If you just
Would-
saw
would
the
we
if
know?
we just saw the fire, or you see the aftermath, how do you know that that's suicide?
yeah, 100%.
Unless he left a note. That's
Yeah.
the only thing. Unless he leaves a note
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, one more prediction: Chuck didn't leave Jimmy a fucking dime. Not a fucking dime. The guy's a multimillionaire, and I guarantee you, he doesn't leave Jimmy a fucking cent. Not a goddamn penny.
Not a single red cent.
Not even a wooden nickel.
So you already Kim. But anybody else when it comes to Chuck's is anybody else Jimmy, Chuck, or Jimmy, Kim? Anybody else you have any thoughts on?
Howard's gonna feel a little bit bad, but honestly, I think he's gonna be more relieved. I think it's gonna be interesting. He didn't make all 3 payments. I wonder how that's gonna. But also, it depends on where Chuck has the money going, because Chuck has a will,
Yeah.
and I guarantee.
But does he even have a chance to cast that check, or is that check just still floating out there?
I know, but at the end of the day, does anyone? Howard knows about the deal.
Yeah.
Does anyone
But
else?
if nobody else does, like
Is he just like
now he's just the late,
he's
named
late.
partner that died.
Yeah, that's a terrible shame. Well, I guess I don't have to. I can pay back those loans sooner than I thought.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's it for Better Call Saul season 3. I'm glad we did it. Again, I'm still shitty at doing this, timing it out apparently. So
It also doesn't help that I add my shit to it. So
well, and we're covering an entire season of television too.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot, right?
it's fine.
So
It's fine. It's a
yeah.
little long. There's nothing to apologize for.
All right, but yeah, that's it for this. Let's go ahead and jump on over to, I guess I should do the emails first. The emails, if you want to email the show, peter@geekerybytes.com or tad@geekerybytes.com. TADD is how you spell Tad.
Send me
If-
the email
if-
why Chuck is terrible. Send Tad the email why Chuck is the best. I don't want to hear it.
I don't know if I'd go as far as call Chuck the best, but I do think there's at least some argument that
No.
whatever. But
No.
and then next time I already kind of revealed it, but next time we are doing the Odyssey. So
yeah, we got to go see the Odyssey.
Mr. Nolan's Odyssey is coming out before the next episode.
Yeah.
Next episode, we're back on track now. So
In
the
2
next
weeks.
episode will be in 2 weeks. There was one, but we had to delay an episode, which is why we've had an episode 1 week after another.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
But we are now 2 weeks away. The Odyssey, I think, comes out 2 weeks from now too, or a week from. It's very soon. So
no, it would be a week and some days.
which means that Spider-Man's coming out very, very soon as well.
That's the episode after the Odyssey.
Indeed. All right. So I'll sign off as I always do by saying, "Love what you love, let your geek flag fly high, and to hell with to hell with anyone that says anything to you about guilty pleasures."
Burn, baby, burn.
Oh!
Burn, baby, burn.
That is brutal.
Yes.
All right. See you
wait.
guys.
Good night, sweet prince.